Hello there, and welcome back to Cinema Asylum podcast. Today we're going to be talking about sci-fi movies from the 1990s. I'm Dylan, one of the two superhero and sci-fi experts.
I am Matthew, the other superhero and sci-fi expert.
And I'm Garrett, the Indian drama expert. Drama.
So dramatic.
What kind of accent was that?
Pretentious.
Pretentious.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Works for me.
Drama.
And I am John Thompson. I am the action and animation expert. Now, before we actually do get our episode started, you might have sadly heard the news that we watched the Legend
Oh, shit.
in the movies and TV shows and all that great stuff. We watched the great James Earl Jones, a wonderful voice actor, and also a wonderful actor in general.
Yeah.
You might know him from the great roles such as Darth Vader from the Star Wars movies and Mufasa in the Lion King films,
He was
And
also in
but
Sandlot.
many other great roles.
Field of Dreams.
Field
You
of
cannot
Dreams,
forget
yep,
about
Field of
Field of
Dreams.
Dreams.
And I believe he also was an Oscar-winning actor. He won an Oscar for one of the movies that he actually has done. And we were very sad to hear about that. So we're going to definitely pay a little tribute to him during the podcast as well.
This episode is for James.
Yep, absolutely.
For you, man.
So
Also, if you have not seen his performance when he did Fences, the Broadway play that I think it was August. I forget the name of the guy who wrote it, but and you might remember the Denzel Washington movie Fences. James Earl Jones played the role of, that Denzel played in that movie, and he did it many years ago. If you've not seen that performance, look it up. It's insane. It's so great.
Denzel, what have they done to you?
What the fuck was that?
It was-
It
It
was
was
so
Joker,
random.
Yeah.
So
From one of the Batman movies.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So
What?
let's
Yeah, it
take
ties into
ourselves.
Arkham games.
Let's have ourselves a 10-second silence for a little tribute to James Earl Jones. Thank you.
All right.
All right, so let's get started with trivia. I do believe.
Yeah. So
Oh boy.
Hit me
this
with
one's
what
gonna
you
be a little.
got.
Huh?
I said, hit me with what you got.
This is for 3 points. I told you guys earlier, but audience doesn't know.
No.
So this one's gonna be a little bit trickier.
Yeah, unfortunately.
In the
Whoopee.
1995 movie 12 Monkeys, what did the director do to get Brad Pitt jittery for a certain scene?
I've seen this movie. Because Brad Pitt just acts insane in this goddamn movie. I'd have to imagine he put him on some kind of drug, whether it's cocaine or whatever that was, or whether he gave him like 20 cups of coffee before each take. But that's all. That's all I got.
See, I would have thought the same thing. That's what I would have thought. He either took drugs or cocaine for this role. So that's gonna be my guess. That's gonna be my guess too.
Yeah, two different categories. Didn't you know that?
Drugs and cocaine, completely separate.
What's up, really?
What do you think?
I honestly, I've never seen 12 Monkeys.
Oh,
Yeah, it's missing from my repertoire. Honestly, I definitely think that with it being the 90s, the drugs is one of the best go-to answers for this.
cocaine was more of an 80s thing.
It was, but they still
Which
had
gets
shit
me a
going
little-
on in the 90s.
Yeah, true.
They still had vaporwave back then. Honestly, I would guess like shots of adrenaline or something. That would be my best guess.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys were on the right track, but you had the wrong answer.
Okay.
They actually took cigarettes away from him
Oh,
because he's a chain smoker.
Oh,
He would smoke before every take, and they took his cigarettes away for a few hours.
I see.
Well, I mean, if it
Hey.
works.
Damn, we were so close.
You guys were on the right track.
Yeah.
Wrong
I
direction.
I've known many smokers in my lifetime. That is very accurate.
Yeah,
to how
yeah.
it is.
That was by far one of our closest answers we got. of all the trivia questions.
Yeah, that's
You-
the
yeah, you-
nearest miss we've ever had. I'm pretty sure.
Because you guys were on the right track, just the wrong direction.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, that was.
But I'm not surprised though, because Brad Pitt is a crazy actor.
Yeah.
And
He's
he
a
is
crazy
great.
person in general.
Yeah.
Fight Club.
Mhm.
But he's a fantastic actor in general.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite
that's true.
performances of his in that.
Fight Club.
No, 12
Monkeys.
Monkeys.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm not that big of a fan of Fight Club.
I love Fight Club.
I still haven't seen it.
I do love
in
12
its
Monkeys.
entirety.
Whoa.
No, I haven't seen it in its entirety. I know all about
Oh,
it.
okay.
No, like I've seen enough of Fight Club to say that I've seen Fight Club. That's how I would say it.
I got the Blu-ray. You can have it.
No, I'll just find it somewhere.
Because I don't like it. I was gonna get rid of it.
Okay,
So if you
I'll
want
take
it,
it. I
take
guess.
Yeah.
Free movie.
Yeah.
Not enough penis in it. For you, is what I'm
Damn it!
is what I'm
Never mind.
guessing.
You can keep it.
Not enough of Tyler Durden.
So yeah, we're jumping in the '90s sci-fi, the top 10. This is
boy.
gonna be exciting.
Mhm.
Who's starting us off?
Dips on going last.
I started off last time. I might as well start again.
Okay. We'll just go same order again. So you, John, me, Dylan.
Okay.
No, actually, I don't like that. I want to go before Matthew. So Garrett, John, me, then Matthew.
Okay.
Okay. Save the best for last.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. If that's how you want to take that.
Yeah, Dylan gave us a heads up that his list is interesting.
I definitely have a surprise or two on mine.
And I love surprises.
We'll see. Okay, so starting off my list. Well, first off, let's talk a little bit about how the 90s, how sci-fi changed in the 90s too. Like, 80s was when like sci-fi really became the mainstream or more the norm for like
Yeah.
how films were made after Star Wars hit so big. That's when you had so many more big blockbuster sci-fi films like Back to the Future and all that stuff. 90s was where things got a little bit more experimental, where things got a little bit more more about the ideas than about like the entertainment value, I think. But I would say that's how sci-fi kind of changed in this decade. You got more big ideas and less emphasis on just the spectacle, but there was still a lot of spectacle, especially in some of the films I'm about to mention in this list. But there was a lot of indie kind of spirit going on too on the other side of things. So I feel like this list kind of represents a lot of that spectrum of sci-fi in the 90s. So starting off with number 10, I started with the top 10 of the 80s. I kind of started off with kind of more of a cheesy, kitschy kind of sci-fi film, but it's a film I really enjoy despite its problems, I'd say. And I really don't like this director, and I've gone on and on about it. Number 10 is Event Horizon.
Okay.
I really dig this film, but this film is still very 1997 in that, man, some of the CG in this movie is awful. Like, man, okay, I don't buy that excuse that because it's 90s it's excused from being bad. I don't buy that at all. I'm sure back then people were like, this looks terrible, and I'm sure that was the consensus back then too. So I don't buy that excuse. But still, I do, and clearly this film was very much, especially in the set design, this movie looks almost exactly like in the sets, looks like Alien or mostly the first Alien, and it even has the same DP that Aliens did. So that it kind of, I feel like that kind of hinders it a little bit and keeps it from being truly its own thing. But I really enjoy a lot of the horror aspects in this film. I think the acting is pretty solid from everyone, Sam Neill and Lawrence Fishburne. There's some really disturbing imagery in this film that I wanted more of, and apparently in the director's cut that doesn't really exist, and the studio got in the way of that. There was a lot of insane gore and violence that we did not even see. We only see snippets of it when the characters have those visions of hell and what hell looks like for them. Really, really disturbing stuff. This is probably my favorite movie that Paul W.S. Anderson has made. There's not many that I like, but this is definitely probably his best effort. And I think I enjoy watching it. I don't consider it a great film, but I consider it a really entertaining film. Number 9 is another kind of horror film, but a different kind. And this goes more into the alien route with Fire in the Sky. This is
I've not seen it.
this is a really interesting movie. It's about a real life kind of case, but I only say real life because being that it involves alien abduction, how real can we say this actually is? But this takes place in 1975, and it follows this group of people in Arizona. They drive around at night, and then they come across these big lights coming from the sky that look like fire. And of course, one of the guys gets out, and he walks up to this giant beam of light, and he gets abducted by something, and his group of friends drive off. And they don't see what happens to him after that, and he disappears. So most of the movie, you're trying to. It's the law and the police and the government trying to figure out what happened here. They get all these tests and lie detector reviews going on with them to figure out if they're telling the truth or not. And then eventually he does come back. The friend does. And we actually see what happens to him, what happens to him according to his point of view when he got abducted. And this whole sequence of the film is pretty much become one of the more famous alien abduction scenes. Definitely one of the most eerie ones is this entire sequence where he wakes up in this alien ship, and first he wakes up in a pod and he gets all these tests, weird, disturbing tests taken on him as the aliens are doing this to him. It's intense, and the movie does have a good intense pace to it, and it really does have a good sense of excitement going on through it. And the build up to actually seeing this flashback I think really makes it as effective as it is. It's an entertaining and interesting movie, definitely. Of course, you can believe for yourself if you think this actually happened or not, but I don't think many could blame you if you look at some of the facts around it. So
I'm definitely checking this out this week.
yeah, it's
really good.
It's an eerie film.
Yeah, this one's right up my alley.
Yeah, does have some pretty does have some pretty intense sequences, just so you're aware.
Okay.
Next up, number 8. Here come the men in black. I had to put this on here. This honestly, a lot of people give credit to Blade for kind of getting the comic book movie back on track, especially for Marvel. But honestly, it was kind of Men in Black that started it in 1997.
I didn't know that was a comic book. I didn't know that.
Men in Black actually was a Marvel property.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and
I
this
did not
came
know
out the year
that.
before Blade.
Wow.
So honestly, you can credit a lot of that comic book movie pre-boom to Men in Black for being
Interesting.
as successful as it was. And it like all these years later, I think it still holds up as just an enjoyably goofy, fun movie. It has, of course, amazing charisma between Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. The aliens in this film are hilarious, especially Vincent D'Onofrio. Give me sugar. Love Vincent D'Onofrio in this. He's hilarious.
I love the dog from the second movie.
Dogs
Yeah,
are
the
great.
pug,
The
yeah.
dog is great. Some of the effects are a little dated, but honestly, for a lot of it, they hold up pretty well compared to something that came out the same year, like Event Horizon did. But yeah, just an enjoyable, goofy, fun '90s film, and it still holds up all these years later. And just so I'm just putting this out there: Independence Day is not on this list. Just so you're aware.
Wow. Okay.
I've never been that big on Independence Day.
Okay.
But moving on, number 7. I almost put this on my 80s list, but then I realized it came out right on the cusp of the 90s, so I had to put it there instead. You blew my cover! This is Total Recall, another Paul Verhoeven film, the guy same guy who did RoboCop. Of course, this is an Arnold science fiction film.
Right.
This is actually by the story came from the guy who did Blade Runner, did Minority Report. So Philip K. Dick is the guy who
Okay.
this came from.
Okay,
A
I
lot
can
of
see
those
that.
same kind of ideas of memory implants and stuff like that, and these futuristic science fiction, government corporations and stuff like that. This is a really, the effects in this movie are pretty fantastic, like really damn good stuff. Arnold is really fun to watch in this film. I'm you are me. No shit. This has some of my favorite Arnold moments in any of his films. A lot of just great sequences. Of course, I talked about the effects. Yeah, just really, it's a really intriguing film. Despite even with all the fun, there is still the element to where like you really want to know what's going on here, because there is that mystery element where he gets these memories implanted, and it feels like his entire reality just got shifted. So a lot of fun stuff going on in this movie.
Don't forget about the remake.
Man, I did not like the remake. The remake to this sucked. I'm sorry.
And what's horrible is it was
entertaining,
closer to the original book.
Yeah, and that kind of took the fun away from it, honestly. Same thing how I feel about the RoboCop remake. I do think the RoboCop remake is slightly better than the Total Recall one, but
Really?
not much. Not
Huh.
much in my opinion.
It was so bad. There were two different cuts of the remake of Total Recall. There was
I didn't see
the
'em.
original version and the extended cuts.
That's
how it shows you how bad the film was.
I didn't know that.
There
but
was an extended cut.
I
yeah.
honestly, I don't really care because I don't feel like watching it
I don't
ever again.
blame you.
So next up on number 6, a movie that kind of inspired one of the movies in my top 3 on this list, and this came out the year before actually. Kind of had a lot of similar ideas. This is Dark City. This is very much inspired by a lot of German expressionist elements from the 1920s. So there's a lot of Metropolis, Nosferatu when it comes to the strangers designs in this. This comes from from Alex Proyas, who directed the original Crow, and who eventually really completely fell off the map in terms of his directing skills, because he directed Gods of Egypt in 2016.
He did iRobot
And then
too, didn't he?
and then he blamed and then he attacked critics who didn't like it. I'm sorry. You really, dude? Gods of Egypt? Are you kidding me?
Okay, see, people
Also, I
have
constantly
people
forget
have
that
the
That
right.
movie is
existed.
People have
awful.
people have the right to attack critics of certain good movies, but bad movies like God of Egypt.
I honestly-
no.
Even if your movie
What do you mean
gets,
no?
I'm not even gonna get into that. So anyway, but no, man, Alex Proyas really showed so much, abilities with The Crow and this. They both have just so much atmosphere going on in them, and unfortunately, I feel like the movie is hindered. I think there's like 2 different cuts of this, aren't there?
Yes, there's a director's cut.
So I think in one of the cuts, the movie the cut doesn't actually tell you that where the movie is taking place in. And I feel like once you know, I won't exactly say what it is if you haven't seen this movie, and I think you really should. I feel like the thing that the opening of the movie, I can't remember which cut. I only watched one of them, I think. Is that the mystery really helps depending on the cut you watch, because the opening in one of them completely gives away what's actually happening, and I feel like it really does take away from the suspense and the mystery involved, because this is basically a science fiction noir. It's a really, like I said, the title would suggest, it's really dark and atmospheric. Lots of great shots going on. Acting is great. You have Rufus Sewell, William Hurt, Kiefer Sutherland in one of his more twisted and insane kind of roles, but really enjoyable. Just a really damn cool movie. And I'll talk more about that in another movie I'll mention later. Number 5, and this is actually a movie I rewatched again last night. And this is Gattaca. This stars Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman. It also has Jude Law.
Yeah.
This is another 1990. There was a lot of good sci-fi in 1990.
Yeah, there were.
I was looking at next week, Ray. There's a lot in 2009.
Yeah.
There's like
But
9 in 2009.
Gattaca, if you didn't know, this movie only made like 12. I looked this up last night. When it came out in 1997, this only made like $12 million worldwide. So this movie like drastically underperformed, and so it's kind of an underground kind of thing, but it's really gained a following years later, and it really deserves it.
No way.
I
I gotta look this up.
Well,
I've still not seen it.
Gattaca,
it's really good.
Gattaca is just a really fascinating film because
It is.
it creates a very interesting world of. It's all about genetic perfection, or as the
Yeah.
world is trying to do so, because it's a society that allows people to live out in outer space, but unless you have the right genetic qualities, they will not allow you to do so.
Yeah.
And so there's this company called Gattaca that kind of determines that, and sends the ships out into space. And Ethan Hawke is one of the employees that kind of uses a bunch of tactics to try to get into space, even though he himself in the beginning of the movie has a lot of genetic imperfections. It's just a fascinating film. There's no action really. It's not really much of an adventure. It's just a pure science fiction film with some thriller elements. But,
Yes. Yeah.
it's just a fascinating film. You really get a sense of the world. I feel like the only people who wouldn't get into it is that I feel like the acting style, it's very stoic from a lot of the cast, and I feel like that might not be the thing for a lot of viewers who watch it. But for me, I think it completely makes sense for the movie this is trying to be, and I think it makes sense for the characters too. So yeah, I think this film is great. It looks great. It's so well directed.
So it's more like a philosophical
Yeah,
sci-fi.
yeah,
Yeah,
very much
yeah.
so.
Okay, right up my alley.
Great world building, like
Okay,
some of the
cool.
best world
it
building.
really
of
is
the
amazing.
90s.
Like I fully
It's very
endorse it.
surprising for a movie this popular that it did not do well.
Oh yeah,
It's very surprising.
Neither did Blade Runner,
it took
though.
a while for this
True.
film to kind of like get a following, but I'm so glad it did. This is a
Yes.
great movie.
Yeah.
Both Blade Runners did horrible at the box office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So number 4 on my list, a movie we've already talked about, 12 Monkeys. This film, Terry Gilliam directed it. This is a time travel film, of course. One of the most unique time travel films ever made, just in terms of how it looks, the way everything flows together. It flows and functions like no other time travel movie does, because whenever it goes in, like a lot of time travel movies, like whenever the characters go back into the past or go forward, it shows them going through like a tunnel or something like that, or it shows them actually going, like doing something, like it shows the transition. This film really doesn't do that. It actually kind of like cuts from one time period to the other, and it just does it in such a fascinating way, and the characters are just so weird. Mainly one. The other characters are fairly normal, like Bruce Willis and some of the other cast, like Madeline Stowe. But Brad Pitt in this film is just so bonkers. This is definitely one of the roles where he just loses it, like to the nth degree. Just so much fun to watch. I really like how this film handles the time travel elements, making it almost feel like time travel is useless in the way it carries out through the film, and it just goes in like this big cycle of just like meaninglessness is how I would put it. But yeah, I think this is one of the where a lot of time travel movies like set up a bunch of rules and then fail to follow through with them. I feel like 12 Monkeys does one of the best jobs with it and sticking true to the rules that it sets up. So yeah, love 12 Monkeys, and it's definitely one of my favorites of the decade. Number 3 has to be on this list. I feel like for everyone, this has to be on this list. Jurassic Park. This is totally This is totally a sci-fi film. Really don't feel like I need to get into it that much. It's Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Dino DNA. Yeah.
I do have a confession. I didn't know it was a sci-fi movie until I learned
it
about it last
completely
week.
is. I don't know how you.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
But no. Yes, the science in the film is not very logical, I would say, and a lot like
Doesn't
if you
really
actually
matter, though.
if you actually broke it down, it doesn't make much sense. But
I mean,
don't
they're
care.
trying.
They tried.
No, they're actually trying.
Yeah, they've made actual successful attempts, like with sheep.
I have not heard this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a full
This
thing.
is hearsay. It's hearsay.
No, it's a full thing. It's been
news,
proven. I'm
fake
pretty sure
news.
Billy the sheep, the first one died already.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've got a few others.
So
Yeah.
this is one of my favorite films
Yeah,
of all
I'll
time.
get to a lot to talk about for Jurassic Park when I come back to my list. With spoilers, that's on my list too.
Yeah, Jurassic Park has to be on this list. It's one of my favorite movies. Spielberg this has been a movie I've loved for my entire life. I've seen this movie God knows how many times, and it still has a sense of wonder about it that I feel like so few films match.
Yeah.
And it's still this franchise still has not really matched since this original film.
True.
So yeah, moving on. Number 2, this is a film that's going to be on all of our lists, I'm sure. Whoa, I know kung fu. Has to be on this list. Matrix. This is one of the most groundbreaking films of the 90s and one of the most groundbreaking science fiction films of all time, just because of how many ideas that it kind of took from its influences and made them so much more mainstream and this became a household name almost immediately.
Yeah.
And truly 1999 was one of the best years of film. It might be the best year of film of all time.
Phantom Menace.
I will have said Disney's
That's not on my
Tarzan,
list. But yeah, The Matrix is just an amazing film. It literally, how many films in the next decade in the 2000s copied this film?
Yeah.
How many? Because there's way too many of them.
The one by Jet Li.
The one. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
fucking love the one.
But yeah,
So
the
good.
Matrix. This like Jurassic Park. This franchise still has yet to reach the level that the first film managed to reach.
I know what
it's
your
just-
number 1 is.
Are you sure?
I'm 99% sure.
Are you sure about that?
Judgment Day.
Yeah.
You thought
Yeah.
number okay. Wow. I did not
Our
expect
last
you to get
few were very similar.
Okay. Yeah, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. It was very hard to. Honestly, this top 3 was very hard to.
To judge.
Honestly, I don't even think my top 3 in this
I
have. I love all 3 of these movies to death.
Should have known.
I mean, but I feel like Terminator 2, just for my personal tastes and my current, because in my life, if I was younger, I would say Jurassic Park. If I was older, I'd say Matrix. In my 25-year point in my life, I'm going with Terminator 2. This film is just a masterpiece in almost every level. Not just the visual effects, which honestly to this day are still pretty much flawless, despite the fact that this is 1991, and what they were doing with this was just, it was unheard of with the T-1000. But really, that's the only real CG element in the film is that character. Everything else is completely practical and actual stunt work. The truck chase through the what do you call that? The
drainage.
the canal.
Yeah.
I almost forgot the word, but that scene, every scene involving the T-1000 is just a spectacle. I mean, God, I don't even know what to say. This is Terminator 2.
Yeah, no.
Has one of the most emotional scenes at the end of a movie, and it fails to make me cry. never fails to make me cry every time. And the fact that I'm crying for Arnold as a robot is just something.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, this film, it took everything that was great about the first film and it completely elevated it. The stakes are so much higher, and it didn't do what the first film did again. It took the essentials and did something completely different with it and took it in a whole new direction. And again, with this top three, this is a franchise that still has not reached Terminator 2 levels, and I don't think it ever will.
No.
So yeah, Terminator 2 is just masterpiece. It's my number one.
Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way.
We're in danger.
I still have not yet watched The Matrix yet.
Are
started
you
part
kidding
one.
me?
No, I
Fuck.
haven't.
Matthew, make the popcorn.
And the only reason why is because the sequel's got a very bad reputation.
What?
That's
Not the
reason
first
why.
film.
Not the first film, no, but one
You
of
don't
these-
need-
one
you
of
don't
these-
need
one
to
of these
watch-
days, I'll watch it. One
You
of these
don't
days I
need to
will.
watch the sequels to appreciate the first film.
I like the
Exactly.
whole trilogy.
I'm not really. Reloaded, I'm fine with. Revolutions, I hate it. I cannot stand it. And I didn't think Resurrections was that bad, to be honest.
I didn't like Resurrections.
I prefer it over Revolutions.
We're just making you suffer tonight.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
we'll be nice to you.
Okay.
We'll
no
try.
promises.
We'll try.
Yeah, we'll,
I hope you'll be
we'll do
nice.
what we can.
Nice. Yeah, I hope so. All right. Yeah. So, guys. Yeah. So, I want to give you all a heads up for all you listeners and for all you viewers. Of course,
Trigger warning.
our list is not going to be the same. Which is no.
In other words,
Danger.
don't kill John.
Well, this is just personally how I feel about these movies.
That's
I
fine.
mean, it's how
that's
we all
fine.
personally feel about this.
Yeah.
Okay. Start up at the list at number 10 is Alien Resurrection. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I'm
I
proud of
had
it.
to do it to you, buddy. I had to do it to you.
I'm proud of it. Yeah. No, I fully endorse that.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, I'm proud.
If that's on your list, I'm gonna come over there and punch you.
No.
Matthew
Okay.
might need
No,
to
no,
give you some
no,
pillows.
No. The real. Okay. No. The real number.
I know.
All right.
Keep
No.
going.
The real number 10. Galaxy Quest is on the list. Of number 10.
Man,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, that was close.
All right.
Damn it.
I almost put
had
that
to
on
get that one out
mine.
of the way. So 2 jokes in a row. Okay. Galaxy Quest. That's the number 10. Yeah. I recently just watched it last week. And this is pretty much a movie for Star Trek nerds and for sci-fi fans of everybody. I love Tim Allen. He's another one of my favorite actors that I love, and he's very funny in this movie. Sigourney Weaver still looks great, even as she got older, and she looks great.
She looks awesome in
Yeah,
that movie.
she does.
She is. Yeah.
Alan Rickman.
Yes.
Alan Rickman's so great.
And the story concept is very cool. I mean, it's about a TV show, but except it's real when it's not real, but it's real at the same time. it's pretty clever.
It's complicated.
It is complicated, yeah.
Why do you have to go and
complicated.
make things so complicated?
And you know what's funny? People would put on their list of greatest Star Trek movies what is not really a Star Trek film, but can you blame them? I mean, it feels like a Star Trek movie.
No, that's true. That's true. It does.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's one
So
of the best
yeah,
Star Trek movies.
yeah. So that comes at number 10. Garrett, you're not going to like 9-8. I'm going to
Okay.
give you a heads up on that.
Oh boy.
Number 9, and I do love this movie, but I like the others more on this one. Number 9, Total Recall is at number 9. Yeah, I just recently watched it, and I was very relieved that I liked this movie. So I was thinking, thank God, if I did not like this movie, I would be very
You
disappointed.
do realize it's only number 7 on my list, right?
Okay,
So
so
it's
we were. I actually thought you were going to put it much
not
higher.
even that big
I
of
knew
a
you would put it
stretch.
on the list, but I thought it was going to be higher. At least I thought it was going to be. But yeah, this is definitely one of Arnold's another one of his best roles that he did in the late 80s, early 90s.
This has some of his most crazy faces that he's ever done. In a movie.
Yeah.
Like that anytime he's in that machine, just like
Yeah, exactly.
some of his best noises too, like
It's like the ultimate like who's getting the best head meme.
yeah. And also whenever, of course, the scene whenever they go out I think it's Mars that they're on.
Yeah.
Whatever. They like the eyes bulging out. Like,
Oh boy,
yeah.
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 Or
At
the
first,
scene with the giant drill. Screw you.
Yeah. Consider the divorce.
there are two movies.
Sharon
that,
Stone in this is awesome too. Holy shit.
There are two movies that I will mention. This was actually one of them was Total Recall. At first I didn't know why it was rated R, but then when they got into the stuff, I was like, oh, this is why it's rated R. So it can start off not dark at first, but then when you get to like the real dark stuff, oh boy. Hold on to your butts, everybody. But Total Recall is great. I definitely enjoyed it. I probably will never watch the remake. I probably never will because you can't make it good as the original. I'm sorry, you just can't.
It's just it's so much duller. Like the original is just, it's silly, but it's so much fun and just lively, and everyone just is clearly having a ball. Everyone in the remake is just taking it so seriously to the point where
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
true.
It's just not fun. It's not entertaining.
The original is fun. That's what the remake should have been. It should have been fun. This one
And colorful. The
and
original
colorful,
is so
yeah.
full of color.
Even though Colin Farrell was a great actor.
Yeah.
But
And Bryan Cranston's in it too.
yeah.
The remake is about as drab as a Zack Snyder movie, and that's me liking Snyder saying that.
Oh boy.
You're not wrong.
But yeah, very happy that I will Total Recall. That's actually at number 9. Now this is where we get the hot take at number 8. Your favorite movie is actually at number
Terminator
8.
2.
Yep. I mean,
Okay.
like I said, look, I do love the movie. Don't get me wrong, but I like 7 movies more.
I don't feel so bad now.
I'm not
I
surprised.
wouldn't either.
I'm not surprised. I know I should put this higher, but these are other movies that made a more impact on me
All right.
for these.
All right.
That's understandable. That's
for the next 7.
understandable.
But the one thing I do love about the film, action, the
The
acting.
one thing.
More than one thing, sorry. Action, acting, the catchphrase, "Come with me if you want to live." Like, most iconic line in the movie.
One of the most iconic movie lines ever.
Yeah.
Oh.
And also saying goodbye to the Terminator when it should have been
So
goodbye,
much.
Terminator.
Arnold pretty much invented the iconic line.
Yeah, he did. He did.
I know that way you cry.
and and this is actually one of the more other franchises that I'm interested in watching, even though it's probably never going to top number 2.
Oh
won't.
God.
It will never.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They've tried like 5 times or something. Never.
There's 4 more, yeah.
Yeah.
TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The TV show was
I feel
I
like
think the closest,
yeah.
but even that's kind of stretching it.
I've
Yeah.
not seen it.
Yeah.
I
And
still haven't seen Dark Fate
It's not.
either.
It's not bad. It's just I just don't think it's
Dark
that good.
Fate is one of the more divisive ones. Either
Yeah.
people loved it or they hate it.
I
It's
hated
not, it's not as
Salvation.
bad. It's not as bad as Genesis and Salvation. I can kind of like do whatever with. I
Yeah,
don't
Salvation's
love it.
kind of its
I don't.
own
I don't
thing.
love it. I don't hate
It's
it.
weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of just in the middle. For
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, but that's another conversation for another day. But Terminator 2 Judgment Day, yes, I do love the movie. But like I said, in fact, it's only 8. I'm going to be honest with you, the top 10 90s sci-fi movies, they were very tricky for me. Trust me on that. Men in Black is number 7 on my list. I watched it like years ago, and man, I need to go back and rewatch it. Because it's very fun, very funny. I actually do think the special effects holds up well, at least for me when I
For
watched
the most
it.
part.
I'm glad you didn't mention this, but the one scene where Will Smith almost could not keep a straight face is when someone was shaking the dog, and he tried his best not to laugh. It's so funny. The dog is another iconic character that also gonna make people laugh, and he's so great in this movie. Like the dog is literally looking at Will Smith's character, it's like, "You idiot," and all that stuff.
Also, underappreciated part of this movie is who plays Zed? Agent Zed. Is that Rip Torn?
Yeah, Rip Torn.
Rip Torn.
Yeah.
Man, I love Rip Torn. Rest in peace.
Yeah, and I heard the franchise as a whole is also very fun.
The
It is.
last one's not that good, but the other 3 are good.
Did you wait? I've heard a lot of people say Men in Black 3 was like way better than 2.
Yeah,
2 wasn't like that good. Oh, you're talking about
International.
Oh God, I didn't even see it. I just
It's
didn't,
not good.
I just
It's
didn't
entertaining.
bother.
It's entertaining, but it's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't feel it was worth seeing.
I mean, could have worked. Chris Hemsworth is in it.
And-
A lot of people loved. A
and
lot of
Tessa
people
Thompson.
loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Men in Black 3 was gonna suck. Like I thought it was gonna suck, but it didn't.
I
it
kind of feel like the
wasn't- it
third
wasn't
one's the
bad.
best one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
no,
a lot of
agreed.
ways.
Agreed. Yeah.
Josh Brolin's inclusion to begin with.
Yeah.
is
Yes.
just-
Yeah.
I think it's one of the. I think that's the most money from the Men in Black franchise. The third one. I do.
I'm not
believe.
sure about that.
Yeah. I was gonna go see Men in
I
Black.
believe
I
it.
was gonna go see Men in Black International to watch the other movies, but I got so busy that time, so I
Does-
didn't get a chance to watch
Does
it.
anyone remember Men in Black 2? Like no
Yeah.
one talks about it like ever. It's like I never hear any. Whenever
Johnny
the
Knoxville
franchise
in
is
it.
brought up, like Men in Black 2 is like never talked about.
And it includes one of my favorite movie scenes of all time,
What is
the Who
that?
Let the Dogs Out scene.
Ah,
True.
I'm pretty sure.
That's the only
I'm pretty
scene
sure
for
I would
me, I
really like
guess.
that movie.
So did you tell the girl you love her? Hey man, she's a witness to a crime. That's it. Yada yada. You're attracted. She's not even my species, and I'm attracted.
Oh
I'm
my
supposed to take
goodness.
advice on love from a dude who chases his own butt. Easy, fellas. Canine profile, and I resent it.
Good God.
That sounds fun. But yeah, I really enjoyed Men in Black. So yeah, come to at number 7.
The fact that I remember that whole.
Yeah, I know. That's fucking crazy, dude.
I haven't seen it since I was like 5 or 6.
I see it like every 2 or 3 years. I still don't fucking remember that line. Like, holy shit, dude. That's
Oh, boy.
that's a poll.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, at number 6, which I'm surprised that I had this very high on the list, but I was very happy that I did, and that is 12 Monkeys, the movie that we just talked about, which I just watched it just a couple days ago, and man, this movie blew me away from the entire concept. Like, this movie was so good. Like, this is another one of Bruce Willis's best performance.
Oh yeah, he's great in it.
So awesome, and the plot twist was genius. Like, when they kept showing, which I won't tell you the plot twist. Trust me.
What go?
Wait, hold on. I had a complete brain fart. What movie did you say, John? I'm
12
sorry.
Monkeys.
12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay.
Continue.
But yeah, but the plot twist was just absolutely genius. They show that scene of the one character, and you're thinking to yourself, why did they keep showing that? And then when you get the ending, you're like, holy crap! Like, it's just so good. And Brad Pitt, by far, is one of the craziest, wackiest characters in the movie, and he is awesome in this movie.
Goddamn comedy club over here.
Why are you guys laughing?
Don't worry.
No.
Continue.
Oh,
You're good,
okay.
you're good.
Okay. Must,
We're just being fucking idiots, dude.
must be a secret mission. But yeah,
You could call
I
it
was,
that.
but yeah, I was very happy that I loved 12 Monkeys.
Chose to accept it.
Yeah, just so amazing, so fantastic, and I'm so glad that I really enjoyed this movie. Definitely need to watch it again. It is really great, and also time travel stories. I really enjoy time travel stories. Those type of stories are very fun to watch.
A lot of times for me, like, there's a lot of time travel movies I like, but a lot of times I feel like, time travel is an easy thing to mess up.
Yes,
especially when you set up rules and you don't follow through
Yeah.
them. Like Endgame, I love Endgame. It doesn't follow through on its rules, like especially at the end.
Right.
It didn't have to though. It didn't have to because
It would have helped if it did, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think that followed through. It shows that Captain America did what he needed to.
But
yeah, absolutely.
like in terms of how it established the rules of what the time travel ship was, like it's a plot hole. I mean, it's a plot hole, sure, but like,
Yeah.
that's another.
Yeah, no, that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Probably in our future MCU rankings in the future. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, 12 Monkeys comes in at number 6. Number 5, Independence Day did make my list.
No surprise.
No.
I'm
I'm probably the only one who's not going to have it on here.
Hello, boys.
Oh,
You're not
who
going
knows?
to?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Well, Independence Day
It's surprising to me.
definitely goes on my list. Now I know there were very early disaster movies way before Independence Day.
Oh yeah.
I personally think that Independence Day pretty much made disaster movies like very popular after Independence Day.
Well, Twister came out the same year.
That's true.
Yeah.
Both Independence Day and Twisters came out the same year. Yeah, absolutely.
There was
I was gonna say,
there was a
put the
movie
respect on Twister.
before that was
No.
1996.
I prefer Independence Day a little bit more than
Let me
Twister.
see here.
Hey, the storytelling is better, and there was no divorce stuff.
Yeah, 1996 was a huge year for
Don't look at me.
another one with Stallone came out called Daylight, which is about a flood, I think.
I've not seen that one.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I consider that as a disaster movie.
I need to rewatch Hard Rain.
True. Yeah, and also Volcanoes. 1997
Yep.
was the huge year for Volcanoes too.
True.
Dante's
Volcano
and Dante's
Dante's
Peak.
Peak and Volcano, which I actually love Dante's Peak.
I
haven't
don't,
watched
I don't
Volcano
like
yet.
either of them.
Did you?
I don't
Oh,
like either
really?
of them.
Did you know Hard Rain was filmed in Indiana?
Yeah, I think we talked about that a few
Oh, okay.
a bit back, but
Yeah.
But Independence Day is such an iconic movie. I mean, the great
Welcome to Earth.
Welcome to Earth, and then that great
made,
speech at the end. Tonight
Yep.
we celebrate our Independence Day.
Best president speech in a movie ever.
Yes.
I would
True.
I would follow that man to the last breath of my country if he made that speech.
Who played the president of the United States again?
Bill Pullman.
Yeah.
Bill Pullman.
Mhm.
Got honestly
Star.
that best movie president of all time.
And just a
him
tremendous-
and Harrison Ford in Air Force One. There
And
were some great celebrities that played great movie presidents.
Did you bring up Jeff Goldblum?
Oh, Jack Goldblum.
Yeah.
Yes,
Also,
thank you. Jack Goldblum is great.
The entire
Absolutely.
cast
he's
in this movie
fabulous.
is great.
Yeah.
Everyone
It
has
is, it
everyone
is.
has good energy to them, and they have good chemistry with each other. Especially Goldblum with his father. What's the father's name?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
either.
Jason.
Fuck.
I
What's
will
his-
say this is. I think it was a top 5 Will performance.
Yeah, this is the movie that made him a movie star.
Yes.
I mean, of course, before that,
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince, he was a big star on TV and the music scene.
Yep.
But Independence Day was like, oh, this guy could actually lead a movie.
He's back in the music scene.
Yeah,
He's released 2 singles
he hasn't.
recently.
He hasn't
Yeah,
left.
which is very cool. And I did listen to one of his singles. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, he did one with Elevation Worship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched that before, and that was really cool. But yeah, Independence Day, fantastic disaster movie, and also a great sci-fi movie. Number 4, for the third time in a row, a Star Trek movie gets to make this list. Star Trek First Contact.
Yep.
My favorite of the Star Trek movies. As I said many times before, I love the action, I love the comedy, I love the storytelling. The villains is great. It's fun. It's exciting. That'd be a Star Trek movie I can see rewatch many, many times. It's awesome. Patrick Stewart, as always, is fantastic. I need to watch the Generations TV show because I know a lot of people say that's their favorite Star Trek
Yeah,
TV show.
yeah.
So as of right now, there's still 3 movies on my list that neither of you have mentioned.
Okay, I'm interested.
Interesting. But you want to hear more details of Star Trek First Contact?
went all-
yep, we all
we
talked
went all
about it.
Trekkie.
So definitely go check it out.
Please.
Number three. I'm very surprised you did not mention this movie either on your list. Apollo 13.
God damn it! Well,
It's not
I
really
don't
science
really,
fiction,
I
it's
don't really
science.
consider it sci-fi because
Well,
it actually
I consider
happened.
science
Yeah.
fiction because they are in space.
But it's just science. It's a real story.
Yeah, it's based on true
But-
events.
I mean, but they do kind of. It's not really a documentary. They still, involve
Exact-
a lot. It's still fictionalized to a certain extent.
Okay, so yeah, it would
I
count.
would I
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
count it.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, and I did look
But
it up.
man, you're right.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I did look it up. It is considered a sci-fi movie, not just based on a true story film. Tom Hanks is in this movie. Of course, my favorite actor, which shouldn't surprise anybody, because I talked to him many, many times how much I worship the guy. He's amazing in this movie. Gary Sinise also is amazing in this movie.
Yep.
Everybody get great performances.
Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton's in there.
Kevin Bacon.
Any movie with Bill Paxton's a win for me.
And Ed Harris too.
Yeah.
Ed Harris is also great.
And also, for a movie that came out in 1995, goodness gracious, how about them visuals? Like, it still holds up incredibly well. Like, when you see them in space and you see the moon, like, it feels like you're in actual space.
Because they
It's crazy.
because they were filming up in one of those planes that go straight
Yeah.
down, those gravity planes where they can emulate
Yeah.
zero gravity.
It's so awesome.
And they had to do that, like, I think Kevin Bacon said they did that at least like 80 times.
Yeah, no,
Oh
it was
my
like
insane
God.
number
non-stop.
because like all the shooting they had to do
That's
Yeah.
there.
nuts. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that showed you that Ron Howard, the director, he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly
Mhm.
what he was doing.
Yep.
And
Houston, we have a problem.
and yes, that was what I was going to say. Another one of the great catchphrases
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
90s. So awesome. But yeah, I watched it for the first time. It was on TV, and I watched it, and I was thinking to myself, wow, that was pretty amazing. And man, I need to rewatch this movie too. There's so many movies I need to rewatch. It's so good. I love it. The funny thing is, it got nominated for multiple Oscars, including Best Picture, but Ron Howard didn't get nominated for Best Director. Huh?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
That's
I hate
very
seeing
weird.
that kind of
Well,
shit at the Oscars.
Only a few years later, he eventually did win Best Picture. I don't know if he won Best Director for Beautiful Mind. I know that won Best Picture.
Yeah, that's true.
A movie I love. Just shouting that out.
Yeah.
Beautiful Mind.
But yeah, Apollo 13, another, I consider another one of the best films of all time. I absolutely love it. Number 2, another movie I was a little surprised you didn't mention, The Iron Giant is also on the list.
True.
And-
Fuck.
It's I
I didn't think about animation.
yeah.
Never do.
Yeah, it's a
wait,
problem.
yeah, yeah, that's okay. A little backstory. I remember watching it when I was a kid, and I never thought about it for some reason. And then I just thought to myself, I guess I didn't like it that much. But then as I grow into an adult and I watched it again, I thought to myself, why did I not care for this movie? That's weird. Because
It's a
movie's
classic.
freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It-
I
it
really
is.
do love it.
All-time classic.
Yeah, it is. And the relationship.
Art.
Yeah, it is art, yeah. And people consider them as one of the most underrated animated movies, but now people will say,
Because
it's not underrated. It's a classic. It's a masterpiece.
It bombed when it came out.
It's
was the
true.
thing.
It did. It
Yeah.
did bomb. Yeah.
I've only seen it once.
You need to get them fucking numbers up.
Yeah,
Those
it's
are rookie
too
numbers.
fucking good for that.
Yeah.
Honestly, this might be the best Superman movie ever made.
Yes, agreed.
Su-
1000%.
Seriously. Seriously.
Yeah, and that was Vin Diesel in his early days as an actor, and I had no idea that was Vin Diesel until I learned about it when I looked at it. I was like, that was Vin Diesel? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't find that out until like 2014 or something.
Yeah.
Like it took a
Crazy.
while.
Crazy. And I like that, and I love the scene where he was going bonsai, and he
Yeah,
was going into the
going in the
water.
pool.
It's fantastic.
Or
I
the
love
lake.
it.
You know what Vin Diesel's favorite old school song is?
No.
We are family.
Shut up! Get out of here!
Yeah, get out of here, Matthews.
Get out of
Oh my
town.
god!
Yeah, get out of town. And also, can we all agree that the villain is so
Oh.
rude?
Yeah, Shooter
Oh.
McGavin.
Oh, God.
The guy who played Shooter McGavin is
One of the best human
So
animated
funny.
villains ever. Like, he is so mean in this movie, and I love it.
Animated villain. You mean
so
John?
great.
Shut up, Matthew. I am not we're not in animation. I'm not a villain. Shush.
I also believe that
Maybe we are in
Jennifer.
animation.
I think that Jennifer Aniston plays the mom. in
I
this
think
movie.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. One
Oh
of
yeah,
her
you're,
early
I think you're
roles.
right. Yeah. I think she did. Yeah, and
Yeah.
she also did really good in that movie. Oh boy, the self-sacrifice scene. Wow. When
I cry every time.
yeah,
Yeah. It definitely
like
is
when
tearjerker.
when I was watching it again, I knew how it ended, and I didn't know if I was going to be depressed. But then when I saw that, I was thinking that was actually beautiful. That was a
Yeah.
beautiful ending.
I gotta tell you one thing. Your number one better be good, or there's gonna be a sacrifice right now.
I'm not putting any of these in the spray bank,
We'll
by
shoot
the
a
way.
nuke.
I was going to ask
We'll
you
shoot
if
a
you
nuke
were.
up into space and throw you at it.
Yes.
But then, but then when we actually saw the ending, that's where you got to see a little bit of the Iron Giant's arm, and you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, I think he's gonna live. I think he's gonna be fine." And I was thinking, "I love the ending. I love it."
Oh, I gotta go grab something to show you. It has to do with the podcast, though.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
I found something. Keep going, John.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hurry up, because he's on his like number one.
Oh yeah. I'm going before you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I absolutely loved the movie, and the movie was so good. I found it on iTunes on sale for only $4.99, so I immediately had to get it on digital. And I need to watch the special edition because I heard it's also really, really good. But I absolutely love it. But, of course, at number 1, you guys probably have a good idea what number 1 is. I mean, Jurassic Park. Are you kidding me? Jurassic Park, of course, is number 1. I remember finally watching it when Jurassic World was coming out,
God.
and this movie.
It doesn't count. That's
Oh,
that's
no.
not the official rifle that I picked up.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, we're fucking. You chose to rack up 360 plus fucking points. You deserve that fucking rifle.
In case you can't tell, people, he's got the spray. Okay. But just to finish
That's not
it
an
here,
official spray,
but yeah,
by the way.
Jurassic Park, one of the greatest movies ever made. It's perfect in every way. The characters are great. I remember when I watched it, and I was immediately blown away of how incredible the special effects were. The dinosaur still looks amazing, even back in 1993. The characters are iconic. It's also funny. There are so many iconic scenes of this movie that everybody will remember. Like when they see that dinosaur, it said, "You son of a beep, you did it," and all that great stuff. And
Crazy
then,
son of a bitch, you did.
and then the famous kitchen scenes where these little bitty raptors were coming to try to attack the kids. That was great stuff. I love it. And it actually spawned, for me, a great franchise. I'm sorry. I know that a lot of people don't like the sequels or anything like that. I love all the Jurassic Park movies, but it will never top the first one. It came close to it, but still not quite. But Jurassic Park is still one of the greatest movies ever made. It would have won Best Picture, except
Spielberg topped
Spielberg
himself.
made another great film that came out in 1993, which was Schindler's List. That won for Best Picture. So, honestly, it would have been cool if 2 of his favorite movies, best movies that he directed, were Best Picture nominees. That would have been cool. He would have been nominated for Best Director twice. So, that would have been cool. But Jurassic Park, it was an easy number 1 for me. And that's how much I loved it.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. I fucking love Jurassic Park.
So
I still can't watch the Dilophosaur scene, but
yeah, that's
Why?
gross.
I just it like freaks me out. I don't know why. Ever since I was like 5 and I first saw it.
When Newman gets eaten,
Yeah, yeah,
All the black goo. It's like, ugh.
yeah. It's
it's
weird.
Gets in your eye.
Yeah, I think it's because I watched it after I watched Brothers Grimm with Matt Damon, and so it has like the gingerbread black goo in it, where it like steals like your face and shit. That scared the ever loving hell out of me when I was a kid. So I think that's what the connection is. I think that's the reason why I don't watch it. But I still fucking hate Dilophosaurs.
Wait, did you watch Brothers Grimm before
Yes.
Jurassic Park?
Yes.
What?
I didn't watch Jurassic Park until I was like 6 or 7, and that was at my grandma's house.
Oh, interesting.
But I remember when Disney still had Power Rangers, they did Mystic Force. The year that they were doing Mystic Force was the year that I watched Brothers Grimm for the first time, and
think I've
I was
seen
a
that.
baby about it.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's honestly, I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as what I remember it being, but it's kind of it's interesting. It has.
I think Terry Gilliam directed it. I think.
I can't remember. I can't remember most of the people that are in it. I've done everything
I
I could.
had Matt Damon and Heath Ledger.
Yes, it was. They were the 2 main brothers.
Yeah.
No, Brothers Grimm was good. Like if my horror that's lasted my entire life aside, it's a good movie. I do recommend it to anybody that's up for horror. But yeah, that was a weird tangent.
No, you're fine. What I was going to say too about the new Jurassic World film that's coming up next year, I'm kind of getting more and more intrigued now. I'm kind of excited for it now.
My expectations cannot be lowered anymore after Dominion.
I personally thought they should have ended with Dominion, but now I'm thinking to myself, they are bringing back the original screenwriter of Jurassic Park, so that got me excited. They're bringing out a very good director, and it also has a great cast, so I don't know,
but
it might be good.
I feel like David Koepp is the screenwriter for Jurassic Park, and he's written a bunch of movies that I love. I mean, he wrote Jurassic Park, and I think he wrote the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
but,
right. Yeah.
But he's also written Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and Dial of Destiny, which I was not fond of, and he's written a few other movies that I'm not fond of either. So he's hit or miss. So I
like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I don't.
Not
It's-
amazing, but it's still great.
Yeah, it really is not a good film, but it's very entertaining.
So
That's what I'll say.
David Koepp, I don't think he's immediate lock in that the movie will be good. That still needs to be proven to me, but we'll see.
No,
That's
no.
Garrett. I think Garrett Edwards is directing.
Yeah, I'm
right?
pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm just hoping.
Gareth Edwards is 4 for 4 for me, so.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it more than I normally would be, just because of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
So you're next or am I?
No, I'm next.
Okay, go
I'm
for
not
it.
letting you fucking go in front of me from now on. I'm done
Remember,
with that
he
shit,
gave us
dude.
a heads up that his list was going to be interesting. There was going to be some surprises. So
Yes,
I'm looking forward to this one.
There's a couple surprises.
Oops.
All right. Let's hear it.
So number 10, starting strong, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze. No, it's Power Rangers the movie. Another one involving ooze, just a character this
Yeah.
time.
Power Rangers, the movie from '95.
The
Interesting.
predecessor to Oscar Isaac's Apocalypse.
Yeah, yeah.
Ivan Ooze. I mean, am I wrong?
No.
When I saw Apocalypse, I literally thought, oh, it's just an updated Ivan Ooze.
Yeah. It's Ivan Ooze without the Riz.
Yep, very true.
No, this movie has always held a really strong place in my heart. Just like the skydiving scene alone. It's kept me in the Ivan Ooze fan club my entire life. Anytime I see Ivan Ooze, I freak the hell out. I will not stop demanding that they do shit with Ivan Ooze. Like they have the RPG books coming out right now. Put fucking Ivan Ooze in there. He deserves some fucking love.
I have a story about that movie I'll tell you real quick.
Okay.
I might have told you this, but the listeners haven't heard this. So, right after JDF passed away, they decided to start playing that Van Halen song at the end of the movie at work. And I ended up pulling my eyes out at work.
Dude, I feel like that's one of the best that JDF ever looked as a Power Ranger.
Yes.
On just aesthetically.
Yeah.
It's I will say it's it's a case of I like laughing at certain shit.
Yes.
so like I like laughing at the laughing at the fight when they're the Ninjetti when they're fighting off Ooze's birds. I like or it's not Ooze's, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I like laughing at that fight. Honestly, I think that it does a lot of like stupid shit that just works for that movie. I think the costume changes were fucking stupid, but I like learning about it. Like I like learning that they were like half duct tape by the end of the movie. Like that's super funny. I don't know why. Just like their helmets are super dorky.
Yeah.
like the Red Ranger having that visor and Yellow Ranger having those giant fucking headlamps on her fucking helmet. There's a lot to love about it. If you can't tell, listeners, if you can't tell, I'm not putting the best movies of the 90s on my fucking list. I figured y'all would have that covered. Like, I got a little bit of overlap on here, but I just want to put movies that were fucking fun. Like, I just don't care about, like true cinematic masterpieces. Like, I'm here to admit it when they're fucking there. But if a movie's fun, I fucking love it. It deserves to be acknowledged.
Can't wait for Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, to be number one.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna be. Don't worry, it's coming.
Turbo.
No, number 9, I got Disney's The Rocketeer.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I feel like nobody ever fucking talks about it.
This is a really good one.
It is. It's super underrated.
And a lot of what Joe Johnston did in this movie, I think he would carry over to Captain America.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It
Dang,
works.
I need to watch that. Man.
Oh, it's so good.
Jennifer Connelly in this.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's also got Timothy Dalton.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, I
he's the
think
bad
he's the
guy. I'm
villain.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
They have comics, which I would recommend reading the comics. The comics are really good. Honestly, this is such like a kind of Pulp Fiction type of story. Not in relation to Tarantino.
Very,
I mean, like
kind
Pulp
of
Fiction.
Indiana Jones type of thing mixed with a lot of I don't know, a lot of like
Space age elements.
Space age elements. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Has that- it
it's
has
kind of
that
swashbuckler in a way.
It has that old like film serial feel.
Yes.
To it.
Yes, that's what I'm
Like
saying.
Indiana
Yes.
Jones did.
Yes. Thank you. That puts it into better words. That's exactly what I meant. Yeah, it has that adventure. It has that charm. It has great casting. Honestly, I feel like it made a lot of great choices in terms of production and.
It sucks that the main guy didn't really get to do much else other like that much else bigger than this after this came out because he's really good in it. I like him a lot.
Yeah, honestly,
I forget his name, but
yeah, I'm spacing.
Yeah.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. No, like, he really is good. Like I thought that he fucking nailed it here. It is a bummer that he didn't go on. Yeah, no, you're completely right.
Do you know what I realized none of us actually mentioned last week?
What?
The Abyss.
I wanted to, but I already had like a James Cameron film on there.
Yeah.
So I wanted to limit it.
Yeah, I
was
didn't
very
watch.
close
I
to
didn't
making
watch
it.
it because it was not available for streaming at the time.
Very
but,
true. Okay.
I got to see
Yeah,
it.
I
In
just
the
haven't
I got
seen
to
it.
see it in the
But I do
theater.
want to watch it. I definitely want to watch it.
I've got the DVD of the extended cut. I need to get the Blu-ray. No, it's out finally.
Yeah, finally on Blu-ray and 4K. Finally.
Yep.
It was about time.
For real.
It took a long
Yeah,
time.
James Cameron. What took you so long to put The Abyss and True Lies on
Yeah,
Blu-ray
True
and
Lies.
4K? You've been stuck in Pandora for too long.
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was.
Hey, thank you.
Of course.
Anyway,
Yeah. Number 8. Number 8.
You're welcome, Dylan.
Well, it's both because of that and what my number 8 is.
Oh,
This is one that I knew was not going to be on any of your guys' fucking lists. It's Frankenhooker.
movie I still need
Huh?
to see.
Yes, you do. Everybody should fucking see Frankenhooker. It's such a great B movie.
Okay.
I love
that's
it.
the first time I ever heard about this.
It's a movie you'll love.
We've talked about
I
it.
believe it.
We've talked about it before.
Yeah, no, I definitely have brought it up.
Yeah.
Because it was on, I'm pretty sure, either at some point last year or earlier on in this year, it was one of my This Week I Watched things. And I talked about it for a minute.
Yeah.
I have no desire to see this movie.
Dude,
Really?
it's so good. Like, again, it's this is a very cheesy and poorly made film.
Yes.
But it's great because of it. It only benefits. It's Sharknado before Sharknado.
Okay.
I
I watched Little Shop of Horrors this week. I really liked it.
Yes!
The original
Yes!
60s one.
It's this.
Oh,
It's
okay.
obviously it's more akin to the Rick Moranis one,
Yeah.
but it's the same kind of shit.
Yeah.
No, I fucking love it. I will say there's a trigger warning. There's nudity in it. I mean, it's called fucking Frankenhooker.
Just by the poster, I'm like, wait.
John, have you seen Poor Things with Emma Robert?
Yeah, you did bring up Poor Things when you talked about
Yes.
Yeah. We did our reaction for the Oscars thing, which I thought to myself, you gotta be kidding
No,
me.
I mean, like, you actually
they keep
watch
winning
it.
these awards and all that stuff.
No, did
No.
you actually watch it?
No, and I'm not planning on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, this
Then
movie
you probably wouldn't
yeah,
want to watch this either.
yeah. This is like a really cheesy '90s, poorly made version of Poor Things.
Oh god.
That's what it is. It doesn't have nearly as much sex in it, despite being
made
called
Sharknado.
Frankenhooker. Yeah. There is like a 20-minute segment where it's just all these naked women like running around and doing shit.
Oh boy.
So
Oh, boy.
it's interesting because like the main guy in the fucking room with them has no interest in it. He's just like doing measurements on their thighs and like their knees and taking their height and shit. Meanwhile, they're all like making out and shit. It's super funny.
I gotta check this out.
Yeah, no. They do a glorified sex scene, but do it in the best fucking way.
Oh, yeah,
I think it's amazing. Hold on, I think I
This
I
is
turned off my
like
phone.
Mystery Science Theater 3000 type of thing.
Yes,
Yes, it
they
is.
would absolutely
It
do a
is
fucking episode. I don't know if they have, but
I watched Mystery Science Theater 3000 when they did their movie review of Manos: The Hands of Fate.
yeah.
Manus is
That film is garbage, but
It
when Mystery
is.
Science Theater 3000 like does the jokes,
Yeah.
I will admit it's funny.
Yes.
But
Manos-
making the jokes is
but
what
the
makes
film
it.
still sucks. though.
Manos
It's
is
horrible.
in its
Yeah.
own world of filmmaking.
Yeah.
Like something I've never seen before.
There's something I'll mention now that we're talking about that Mystery Science Theater. There's a movies company called Mill Creek.
Okay.
And they release, like, you can buy movie packs. A lot of quality's not that good. It's DVD.
Yeah.
But, like, you get, I might mention to you before, they give you, it's like 50 movies for like $10-$20.
Yeah.
But, like, I have a Pure Terror pack, which is mostly B movies and international movies. Horror movies, obviously. Terror. And then a horror classics pack. Some of them are actual classics, some of them are not good. But like it's got Nosferatu in it, Metropolis, House on Haunted Hill, Night of the Living Dead, White Zombie.
Yeah.
But then it's got a lot of B stuff too. But like, if you want to check out B movies, like these are good packs to get. They have them on Amazon. They have an 80s pack, which I want to get. I've not seen this anywhere else except in this pack. There's a movie called Slipstream.
Okay.
I've heard of that.
It's a sci-fi. I think it's a sci-fi horror movie with Bill Paxton and Mark Hamill.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but yeah, I thought I'd mention that real quick.
Well, yeah, people, if you're looking for a good time, I guess watch Frickin' Hooker.
Yeah, like genuinely, I think that everybody needs to see this movie, even if you skip over that scene, because that scene ends with the best climax ever.
Have fun.
Move on, number 7. It's T2. We've already talked about T2.
Surprised it's this low.
Oh, I just
You and I were pretty close.
Well,
I was at number 8. You were at number 7.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Terminator franchise. Like I love and appreciate everything that it does. I can be entertained and sit down and everything. Like I value it. It's not my favorite. But I did want to include some of the movies that you guys were going to talk about because it's hard to deny like how big that they are.
Yes.
Yep.
So even though like I'm focusing primarily on things that like I found fun and entertaining, and that I think people should watch because of that, T2 absolutely deserves to be on my list, even if it's only at 7. T2 is just amazing. It's one of the best fucking sequels we've ever gotten, especially in the sci-fi fucking genre. Like it's just amazing. I have to appreciate everything about it.
So many sci-fi series it's either a single movie or the sequels just
like it's an immediate fall off.
Yeah.
No, this is like a whole different fucking level after the first one.
This and Star Wars are I think the top 2.
Yeah, they really
notoriety.
are. Yeah.
Yep.
For sequels doing as good or
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, you're right on the money. Yeah, I just T2 is just fucking great. I don't know, man. Like it's got some of the best fucking lines ever.
I can imagine when people went to go see Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines, people are going to be thinking, "You went from Judgment Day to that."
It's a big step down.
It's still not bad though.
No.
Yeah.
I heard it's not bad, but yeah.
Compared to where some of the others went.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just T2 is great. I dig it. Number 6, Back to the Future Part 3. I had the first 2 parts on my list last week. Part 3 definitely deserves the mention here. A lot of people don't talk about Part 3, mostly because Back to the Future itself is formulaic. But I feel like Back to the Future Part 3... Part 2 felt like a ripoff of the first one. Part 3 felt like they heard the criticism, and it felt like they were like, okay, how do we reinvent what we've been doing? And I think that they nailed it here. I think that they came up with like the proper solutions. I think that they had the right amount of creativity because it just feels drastically different from the first 2. And the second one only feels like that because it's so akin to the first. Like it's Part 3 is just its own kind of movie. I love it. Also, it's hard to get tired of the fucking Clint Eastwood reference in it. like that's just so good. I don't know. Part 3 just deserves more love.
It would have been on my list, but it was replaced by Total Recall.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If I
didn't watch that movie, that film would have been on my list. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not. I actually really like the remake of Total Recall. Like I haven't seen it since the first time that I watched it. But the first time that I watched it, I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like this kicks ass.
Did you see the original though before?
No, not before.
Okay.
I completely get where you guys are coming from.
I watched the original right before I watched the remake, and I'm like, God.
Yeah, see, I try to avoid doing that because if I watch the original of something and they do a remake, I go in with the expectation of the original.
I don't
content.
always have that feeling. There's a lot of remakes that I watch right after the original where I'm like, oh, this is so much better.
Yeah.
That's just not one of them.
Yeah, no, well, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I don't want to risk that happening. Like, I don't want to have any bias whatsoever. I don't want to have an expectation of what the movie is.
I try not to.
Yeah, I try not to do that kind of stuff. I want to experience a movie for how I experience it. Like, I didn't watch the Death Note anime before the Death Note movie came out. I love the Death Note movie because of that. Watching the anime, I was like, oh no, this is so fucking different. I was like, the fucking anime is great.
I watched the movie before the anime, and I'm like, even then, I was like, this movie sucks.
Yeah, it's not great, but I still love it.
sucks.
It's good. It's entertaining. I feel like it does a lot of interesting things. Still prefer the fucking anime, but it's just kind of like that. No,
Thoroughly disliked it.
no, that's fine. That's fine. I get why people didn't like it. I just felt like it was pretty Final Destination-y, and that worked for me. But my number 4 is Gattaca. I already talked about Gattaca. Honestly, I can't quantify it the same way that Garrett did. Gattaca is just a fucking great movie. Honestly, I didn't expect to like it. It was one of those movies. You know when you're in when you're in school and your teachers always got like the fuck it attitude. So they're like, let me wheel out something that kind of is relevant to class. My freshman year biology, he wheeled out Gattaca. Like, it was drastically different from everything else that I gotten. Because like the other movies that my teachers were showing before was the usual shit. It was Day After Tomorrow. It was Osmosis Jones. It was Bill Nye. Like that's what I was getting. It was the first time that I had ever seen.
You guys
Gattaca.
watched Day After Tomorrow?
Not in biology. I watched it 7th or 8th grade, somewhere in there. That was the first time that I'd seen it again. Like they took us to like the lecture room in school, and we just sat down and watched Day After Tomorrow. It was great.
Okay.
Yeah, I happen to love The Day After Tomorrow. That's actually one of probably my top 3 favorite disaster movies.
Yeah, it's going to be on my list when we do that.
Yeah, I have not watched,
It's going to be really good.
like I said, I've not watched Gattaca, but I in the $5
You would love this movie.
Yeah,
I think.
Gattaca is so fucking good. Seriously.
This is right up your alley.
Yes.
I think.
I've got the DVD at Walmart in the $5 bin. It was a 4-pack. Gattaca, Starship Troopers,
Oh,
Day
damn.
After not Day After Tomorrow. Fifth Element.
Oh man.
And
Fuck.
what's that Keanu Reeves movie? Johnny Mnemonic or whatever.
Johnny Mnemonic.
I was going to say The Matrix.
Yeah.
I've not seen Johnny Mnemonic.
Neither have I. But
No,
all
same.
4 of those were $5. That's not a bad deal at all.
No, it's
No.
not. It's
That's not bad.
Yeah, you got at least 3 great movies there.
The only one I've seen is Fifth Element.
I still need to watch Fifth Element.
What?
You haven't seen it?
I have not seen Fifth Element.
Okay, this is Garrett's bad take.
Yeah, holy shit.
It's
What?
I haven't
One
seen it
that
either, so
It's just one that I have not
Well, that's
seen.
not a surprise. From Garrett, it's a surprise.
It
I
is,
know.
yes.
I know.
Holy hell, dude.
I need to watch
what?
it.
I've seen something. I've
I've
seen a
been
great
backed
movie
up.
that Garrett hasn't.
I've been backed up, so
That's not an excuse.
It came out in 97.
I'm not as backed up as John, but I'm still backed up. Like,
Shit.
now I've seen it. The hell?
shit.
No, hold on. I might need to skip my number 4 for this. Matthew. Your fucking homework is watching Gattaca. It's too fucking good for you not to see it.
Yeah.
It's my favorite performance from Jude Law.
Okay.
He's great.
He really fucking is. He's by far my favorite character in it, and honestly, he's one of my favorite one of my favorite kind of character tropes in sci-fi in general.
I'm an Ethan Hawke fan, so I'll enjoy it anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Ethan Hawke fucking nails it. It really
It's
is
one of
great.
He's more stoic in this film than he usually is, but I think it
Yeah.
works here.
I even like his bad movies. I like the movie Getaway with him and Selena Gomez.
Oh, fucking hate that
I
movie.
haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen it. I
Why?
might need to watch it.
Why?
God, that movie pisses me off on a level I cannot
Are
even
you
describe.
kidding me, Matthew?
Have you seen it though?
No, and I'm
Then
refusing
you
to.
don't know.
Hey, I
Then
can
you
criticize bad movies without even watching it.
No, you
Dude,
can't.
That's my job.
Getaway.
You
is-
can't do that.
The editing in Getaway, dude. Oh my lord.
The editing is bad.
Oh shit. And I don't have a problem with Selena Gomez. Oh,
What is she doing in that movie? Why?
she
being
does
annoying.
not fit at all.
She's being annoying. That's
She is so annoying in that.
I might have to check it out now.
It's
Honestly.
bad. It's bad.
Okay, this
if you
goes
like
up my
Fast and
alley.
Furious, you'll like this.
Oh, okay.
If Fast and Furious took like 10 pounds of crystal meth, then
Okay, so the Florida version of Fast and Furious. Okay, I got you. All right.
it's one of those movies where they try to be as realistic as possible with the stunt work. So they got like 100 fucking cameras like mounted everywhere, and they tried to edit all of that shit together. It does not work.
Okay.
God almighty.
Getting like 100 shots together in like fit like a minute more or minute or less. It's ridiculous.
He said it's called Getaway.
So bad.
I gotta
Came
look
out
it
in
up.
2013, I believe.
It's so bad.
Well,
let me say that real fast.
2013.
Add to your watch list, yeah.
2013 was a weak year for
I cannot
film,
stand.
so-
I cannot stand.
It was though.
I cannot stand bad editing. Like
Okay, I
you
got
can
it.
do a lot of shit to me in terms of like bad filmmaking. If your movie is edited like shit, then it pisses me off.
It's also got one
That
of
and
those movie
shake-
posters
that
that,
and
just
shake-
looks wrong.
That and shaking the camera like obnoxiously, which Getaway also does.
Are you going to recover from this episode?
I am. It'll just take me some time.
I will recover
Gotta
too.
take some
Don't worry,
therapy, but
Garrett.
yeah.
I
We
just,
will recover.
I just didn't think I would hear Getaway's name mentioned.
And we're going through
You're welcome.
2010s, but we're still
I can't
stuck in the
believe anyone
90s.
remembers that movie.
I have it on DVD.
God.
I know, Garrett. God help us. Every single time there's a movie
Dude,
that I'm going
you
to
have not even seen this movie. I'm not even.
John, you can't fucking talk about movies you haven't seen.
Shut up, John.
God.
What do you got, Dylan?
Number 4 is Jurassic Park. It's just a
Ugh.
great fucking movie.
Wow,
We've
really?
already talked about it. I rewatched it recently. I'm fucking scared shitless of the Dilophosaur scene. I can get through it today. It's just when I watched it recently, I wasn't me when I watched it, if you get my fucking hint. It's just a great movie. I love it. Shut up.
Now, for whatever reason, when I was a kid, I watched these movies all the time. For whatever reason, I actually watched Jurassic Park 3 first before I saw this, which is
Really?
weird. Yeah, maybe it was because it came out
Interesting.
like it came out around when I was like 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah,
So
all right.
maybe I just happened to watch that first, but
Best
Then
part
I-
of that movie is the Spinosaurus fight.
yeah, then the rest of it.
I mean, the truth. I mean, the truth.
I didn't
The truth is, Batman Forever
Pterodactyl
made
scene.
me a Batman fan and made me want to go and watch the other Batman
Yeah,
movies.
also-
So
Yeah,
I don't blame you for watching Jurassic Park 3 first before you watch the original. So I don't blame you for that.
No, it's
So
whatever.
anyway,
It's fun.
When you're a kid, you're
Well-
a kid. You just watch whatever's put in front of you.
What do you have at number 3?
number 3.
Number 3 is The Fifth Element.
Well, there you go.
I honestly
on
thought
my
that somebody
queue.
else would have fucking said it by now.
I have a lot. I have a lot on my queue, and I'm trying to watch a bunch of like Criterion Collection movies right now.
Okay.
Like older, more artsy kind of movies.
Hmm.
I'm trying to watch those first, but I will eventually get to Fifth Element. It's just, yeah.
I have like 1,400 movies saved in my watch list on Letterboxd.
Jeez.
That's
you
a
need to start clearing
lot.
that out.
1,400
For how
movies.
much movies you
Of all
watch,
the
you should
shit
be able to clear it
of all
out.
the shit you guys give me, you have not even seen Spaceballs.
No,
Dude.
and I did not watch it this week either.
Don't be a hypocrite.
Okay, I'm going to make a prediction. I will watch Spaceballs before this year is over because if I don't,
Better.
Yeah,
they're
you
going
should.
They're going to roast me for the rest of time if I don't watch this movie.
You've gone 90 years without
Let me
watching
find out.
Spaceballs, dude. It's about time you fucking watch it.
That's 30.
And there's this. They're making
Well,
a
yeah,
sequel.
30 years since it came out.
and they're making a sequel right now. Well,
Really?
Yeah.
I was
well,
unaware of
they're
that.
they're trying to.
John, they're
I'm cautiously optimistic about it.
not going to roast you. They're going to grill you. There's a grill out in the backyard.
Yeah.
You can't fit me in a grill, dude.
I don't know. I've seen people your size fit on a pillow. So,
It just depends on how you cut the pieces.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Start with the stock. Yeah.
Man, the last 2 episodes, it's been nothing but roasted at each other. God almighty.
I mean, somebody's got to do it.
What do you got for number 2?
Number 2 is The Iron Giant.
Okay.
I wasn't done talking about Fifth Element.
Oh, sorry.
It's just a really good movie. It's a really good movie. I think that there's a lot of really good world building. Honestly, you can't go wrong with
Gary Oldman.
Yeah, Gary Oldman. You can't go wrong with that
I've seen a lot
casting.
of clips of him, and that's. I mean, I want to watch the movie mainly for Mila Jovovich, who I don't think she's a good actress. I really don't. Like, there's very little performances that I like from her, but that's one of them I want to see.
Resident Evil.
I think you'll really like her.
She's not good in Resident Evil. She's not good in them. I don't like. She's a real. I get it. She's married to Paul W.S. Anderson, but she's not very good, in my opinion. She's a lot like Sherry Moon Zombie, where it feels like she gets put in a lot of shit just because she's married to
Yes.
the director. But
Yes.
I don't know.
No, I think you'll like her in Fifth Element.
I do too.
Yeah,
That's the one that I feel like she gets most praise for.
Yes, yeah.
And I also watched her in the fourth Kind, and she's not very good in that either.
That movie's not the best.
No, it's not.
I'll even say that, and that's my type of movie. It's just,
It's not good.
No.
Yeah, it's just
Neither is Skyline.
Skyline is terrible. Another bad movie you had to bring up by the directors of AVP Requiem, by the way.
oh
Makes
shit,
sense.
really?
Makes
It
sense.
makes
I
perfect sense.
forgot. Although I probably would think the Skywalker probably would be his better movies, but that
It's
digress.
not.
No.
It's really not.
AVPR is better.
I wouldn't say that. Skyline is awful.
There's no way. I personally like Skyline. Maybe.
Continuing tangent. Did you ever? Another movie that a lot of people really like, and I don't get at all, and I cannot stand this movie. Battle Los Angeles.
I
I've
haven't
not seen it.
This movie, I hate. Like that's.
I've been wanting to watch
I hate
that.
shaky cam.
Mm.
Like I can't stand it, and that movie I saw it in the theater. My family took me to it. It came out in like 2011.
Yeah,
That
right
movie
before
is like
Hunger Games.
shot so badly. The camera is moving like this the entire movie. It's so badly shot.
I've been wanting to watch that, but I never got a chance to watch it yet.
Like a lot of people like it, and I just don't get it.
I probably would be one of those people.
I think it was the first Hunger Games movie. That looks like
Yeah,
it was shot during
it's
a rodeo.
lot like that, but without the characters to latch onto, like in
Yeah.
Hunger Games.
The first Hunger Game looks like it was shot in the middle of a rodeo.
But not the entire movie isn't shot like. There's
Right, it's
a
certain
lot of
scenes,
it. A lot of it is actually shot pretty nicely, except for those times where it gets
It's the
like
beginning.
crazy.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it gets
But
bad.
getting to Fifth Element, Chris Tucker's in this movie, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
yes.
He is. Yeah.
His hairstyle.
Hamming
oh
it
my!
up, hamming it up like mad.
I love him in this movie. Yeah. It's one of my favorite like characters, you know?
Oh, is he the really crazy dude?
yes,
Yeah.
with like the blonde hair and
Yeah,
it like
yeah.
comes out like a
Chris
cone,
Tucker is a very acquired taste.
Yes,
And I
he
really like
absolutely
him in a
fucking
lot
is.
of movies. Like,
Yeah.
if you didn't see him in Air, the Ben Affleck movie,
I
thought,
watched
I
it.
thought,
I
I
still
thought
haven't
he
seen that.
he was
I
great
love
in
it.
Air.
I love it.
I like him in Friday. But
I still need to see
in
Friday.
some other movies, I'm not really big on him. I'm not really big on the Rush Hour movies.
Really?
Personally. Yeah, not really.
Huh.
And yeah, Chris Tucker in those movies is part of the reason why.
I've not
But
seen the Rush Hour movies.
a lot of people love
wow.
him for sure.
I've seen the
They're-
first
I'm just-
one.
I'm just not big on them.
I feel like I'll like them. They seem really similar to Bad Boys.
Yes.
yeah.
In a way, yes.
It really depends on if you like
I
the
didn't think
It's
about
buddy
chemistry
cop.
between
Yeah.
Chan and Tucker.
Okay.
But
yes. Yeah. Jackie Chan plays Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really like all you really need to fucking know
but I
about it.
do the scene where he's like Chris Tucker looks at him, looks at Jackie Chan in one of the movies, and he just goes, "What the hell did you say?
I was just thinking that. I've seen that.
Yeah.
clip.
I love it. I love that line. It's so funny.
Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth?" Yeah,
But yeah, I definitely need to watch the Fifth Element. It sounds good.
Yeah, it is.
I
it
will
is.
get to it. I promise.
I like the MacGuffins in it.
Is it
specifically?
Is it streaming anywhere that I could just
It
watch
fucking should be. If it's not,
Let me see.
If not, I'll let you borrow my DVD if you want.
I think it's on Tubi.
Okay.
Perfect.
hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Tubi's had a lot of good stuff lately.
Yeah,
It does,
They always
it
do.
does.
Just depends on ads and shit.
Yeah. No,
Yep, it is on Tubi. Yep.
I need to
Check
watch
it.
the rest of Denise movies. I think they're all on there.
It could be.
You need to watch
honestly.
Enemy.
Yeah, it's on my list. I really want to see that. That's on my short list.
No, my last comment is that I just really like the MacGuffins in The Fifth Element. I love those fucking stones. I love specifically the opera scene. The opera scene is fucking amazing. It's honestly worth watching the entire movie for the opera scene alone, in my opinion. But yeah, I love Fifth Element.
Yeah, but the Iron Giant, at number 2. There's like many more things we could talk about why we love this movie.
Real quick, before we get, Luc Besson, he's a director that I have a love-hate relationship. I love a lot of his movies. Professional being one of them.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I really did not like Valerian, City of a Thousand Planets.
Still haven't seen it.
I've not watched it yet either.
I saw that in the theater and saw that with a friend who really liked it. That's like a 3 out of 10 for me.
That's another one I bought that I never watched.
I completely did not get into it at all because it seems like it was made for people who really love Fifth Element, but maybe it came out like 20 years too late. It seems like because Fifth Element, I think it was like exactly 20 years after Fifth Element because it came out in 2017. No, it came out in 2017.
Oh, I thought it was 2015.
No.
It came out in 2017.
Okay.
I remember because I was working at a Regal theater at the time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I hate the characters in that movie. I can't stand it. It's way too long, and it just felt like it dragged on it just kept going everywhere without having a real good story attached to it.
Okay.
But yeah, Luc Besson is for me anyway, is a hit or miss director. Lucy, what do you think of Lucy, by the way?
With Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I got to it after I had a best friend who would not stop fucking talking about that movie. He fucking loved it.
I'm not
big
on it personally.
I think that it's okay. I think that it's just Limitless. That's what it fucking the movie Limitless.
Is that an action movie?
No, it's
Lucy.
Yeah.
It's sci-fi action. It does have a lot of action in it. For sure.
I'd say if I rewatched it, just based on what I remember, I'd probably give it a 3.5 out of 5.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite. I think that there were a lot of good elements in it.
Yeah.
It's another one where it doesn't it's kind of nonsensical in a way.
It's so nonsensical. All that shit, going back and forth, the Lucy, the original. Oh my god, I'm not into that.
Yeah,
that's where it went too far for me.
Yeah, it's just a really fucking weird movie.
It's one of those movies that tries too hard.
Yes, I'll agree with that. Yeah,
It tries a little too hard to be artsy and all that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're getting to the list here. There's another character I also like. I think his name was Harry Connick Jr. or the guy that played the helper of the little boy of the Iron Giant. Yeah. I like him. I also liked him in this movie. He's great.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Hogarth Hughes.
Yes, him. Yeah,
such a good name. If I had to change my name, it'd be Hogarth.
Yeah, that's another nice bond between him and the boy as well. The Iron Giant and also him, they have very, very good bonding. And of course, the mom doesn't believe him. Of course she doesn't, but until she realizes, oh, Hogarth, you were right.
It's the E.T. formula that it kind of is influenced by. But
yeah,
you know what? That is true. That's what a lot of people said too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will never be over the animation of it.
The animation is beautifully
animated.
It's so gorgeous, yeah.
Specifically the scene where I'm spacing on his name, the artist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure who we were just talking about. Yeah, Dean.
Just call me Dean.
Yeah. I like after he finds out and he's having tea and it's just that clatter the entire time.
Yeah.
It's just one of those little moments where you really appreciate it. I feel like that movie is full of little moments like that.
The scene where the giant, you find out just how dangerous that fucking thing is, where Hogarth gets injured and it just turns into that freaky ass weapon thing.
Yeah.
I like that little flashback that it does. I can't remember when exactly. It's been a few years since I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
When it like shows its home planet and like
Yeah, I know.
This is one of those movies where I feel like no one's asked like straight out asked for it, but a lot of people probably have asked for a sequel for this movie, like for years, and it just never came to fruition.
I think that if they were to ever make a sequel for this, they shouldn't make a direct sequel. They should just make like a new story in that same universe with the Iron Giant.
And I'm gonna say this: if they do make a sequel, I think honestly a sequel now, because of how many people have grown up with this movie, they should take the Beetlejuice route where they embrace. They don't do a CG animated film. They actually do it hand drawn.
Yes,
please.
Agreed.
I think people would love that.
Yeah,
like Beetlejuice did all the stop motion and like the puppets and stuff. Do that with Iron Giant. Like actually go back to hand drawn and don't do it CG or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
how about this? How about do like animation that they did like for Puss in Boots: The West, Wish, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? Because the animation that has been dominating.
They could try
the
that.
Years.
I personally don't think they'll fit for Iron Giant.
I feel like it will lose some of the charm.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like because I'm kind of getting a little tired of the Spider-Verse animation style, which I love it for Puss in Boots, Spider-Verse, and the Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah.
But I do think I do kind of want something different and not just that style over and over again.
I still wish we would have got the Batman Beyond in that style, though.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I really hope it can ever exist in the future. I really hope it does.
I feel like if the demand is out there, they will make it.
Yeah.
And I feel like
James Gunn is very open to ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's very responsive to people.
No, I'm talking about Iron Giant.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Or some kind of follow-up to Iron Giant.
Yeah. Which, by the way, speaking of the Iron Giant, the Water Robot comes out in a couple of weeks.
I'm hearing
a lot
of Iron Giant ties, or that's being brought up in a lot of conversations surrounding Wild Robot.
Yeah.
A lot of vibes
and
to it.
because of all the buzz, I'm very excited.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see it. I mean, the trailer it immediately sold me. I was like, "Wow, this is beautiful."
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna have like 2 animation wins back to back.
I should say, could it be better than Inside Out 2? That would be a surprise for me if that does happen.
Because that's going against Transformers 1, which I'm also hearing is very good.
It also looks really good. I'm
kind of
excited for it, surprisingly.
I wanted to, because that Transformers had like early screenings yesterday.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people got out to see that, and I couldn't. I didn't have time to.
It looks really good.
Yeah,
it does.
I'm excited for it.
What do you got number 1?
It's got to be The Matrix, can't it?
What other movies came out in the 90s, John?
Oh boy. I think, all right.
It better not
this
be
is
what
tense.
I think it is.
Knowing you, is it Phantom Menace?
I don't know, is it?
It is.
It is, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh, wow.
It's not? Okay.
I have to state, I would have put Phantom Menace. I genuinely would.
But you've gone on. How about you say that that's your least favorite Star Wars?
Yes, it is. It's by far my least favorite.
That would make little sense for that to enter your top 10. So.
Bingo. Like I would give it a
but
courteous
I feel like
13.
you were about to pull a switch on us, but okay. What is? Just tell us your number 1.
Alien Resurrection.
Right.
Read it in a week, bitch. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ow.
I'm sorry. I was aiming for the cushion. I'm sorry.
That didn't really hurt. It just.
You knocked him out. Yeah.
Fuck, did I?
Yeah, you knocked it out.
Shit.
Is that actually your number 1?
Here, hold on. Cancel. Oh, it started a new note.
Your fault. Really?
Let me see.
Are you serious?
Let me see.
Alien fucking
Matthew
Resurrection.
can tell you. Matthew can verify what number 1 on my list is.
Please explain.
No.
Let's move on to Matthew.
I want to hear him out.
No, seriously, what is
let's move on
number
to
one? I'm getting serious. What is number one?
Move on to Matthew.
No, I don't want to move on. I need to hear this now.
Matthew, what's your number 10?
Matthew, say the movie that he said.
That was it.
Matthew, hurry! Number 10. Give me your number 10.
No.
Give me your number 10.
No.
Mute him.
Okay.
Mute him.
No.
You can't be serious now.
Are you serious? Like,
Garrett wants to know too.
Tell me why. I want to know why.
Matthew, what's your number 10?
No, you can't back off from this, buddy.
I plead the fifth. What's your number 10?
I can't. I'm at a loss for words right now.
Number 10.
Even if it was Alien 3, I would at least understand that.
No,
Did he really put Resurrection? You're making me clueless at this point.
Matthew, number 10.
I'm trying to concentrate.
If you want
You
to move
already
on,
made your list.
if you want to move on, that's the fifth, I guess. Fuck, man.
Number
I'm not
10,
seeing you storming over here like you said.
number 10 is a disaster movie.
Independence Day.
No, it's not on my list. Like you said, this is a director you don't really care for. I believe you don't care for this guy.
Is it Roland Emmerich?
No.
Okay.
Came out in 98. Stars Bruce Willis.
Armageddon.
Yeah.
Armageddon.
Armageddon's at number 10.
Yeah, that definitely would not have made my list.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be on Matthew's.
There's 4 movies on my list that have not been mentioned yet. Or 5. Yeah, I really enjoy Armageddon.
I'm still having trouble concentrating.
Yeah, exactly. He will not even answer a question.
No, I won't.
I find Armageddon has a great cast.
It does. Yeah.
It really has a great cast.
It's the first movie to have Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah. It's also kind of hilarious too.
Yeah, I guess.
The humor in it is really funny. Yeah.
I am going to walk home in nightmares now. If that's really it, go.
I just want to get through this.
I can't get through this. I'm trying, but I can't.
Yeah.
God.
Number 10 is Armageddon. Some of the effects are not good. Like they are not good, but like it's a fun movie.
You can't deny the soundtrack, though.
No.
I cannot deny that.
Don't wanna close my eyes. Number 9. This was your number 10. Event Horizon.
Yeah.
I love sci-fi horror. It's my favorite subgenre of horror.
The only horror I like.
It's essentially The Conjuring in space.
Or The Shining in space.
That too, yeah.
But then again, slasher is all my
and-
favorite too. Scream.
Shining, Hellraiser has a lot of Hellraiser vibes,
Yeah,
too.
definitely.
But I think it's, of the Hellraiser movies in space, this is the better one than the actual Hellraiser in space movie. Which I can't even remember the one with the title of that one.
I
think it's
believe.
Bloodlines, I think.
Oh, something.
It's one of the It's a Hellraiser sequel. Who cares?
I believe the director's cut does exist. It was just never released.
Yeah,
like it's fully made.
It's nowhere that you can find it.
Right,
like,
yeah, but it is fully
Dawn?
made.
But it's out there, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, because I believe someone had seen it, like one of the actors or something. So it's finished.
I would love to see it, but I doubt we're ever gonna
Maybe
see
for the
it.
30th anniversary they'll finally release it.
I don't know.
But yeah,
Just because the Snyder Cut happened doesn't mean it's gonna happen for every other movie
yeah.
like this. Just so.
on that subject though, since you brought it up, I do think I think it would be. I've seen this on Twitter. I think it would be really cool if they released a box set of the directors that got screwed. Give Ayer his. They put the Snyder, the Donner cut, and then the Schumacher cut of Forever.
Yeah.
I've been hearing more and more talk about the Schumacher cut.
Yes, I think it's going to happen next year for the anniversary.
I think it's possible. I
'Cause
don't hold my breath for these things.
Right.
No, obviously.
Kevin
I
Smith
did-
does not work at DC, and he's seen it, so I think it's very possible it could get released.
I think I saw like an opening scene for the Schumacher cop where it's like it's a scene in like a hospital and like Two-Face breaks out or something.
Yeah.
I think that's in there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Schumacher when he does like dark stuff is really good at it.
Yes.
Yes,
So,
yeah, agreed.
I'm surprised no one mentioned this one either. Number 8, Demolition Man.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one.
Dang, I didn't have time to watch
Wesley
that.
Snipes is so great in that.
It's him and Stallone.
And a lot of consumer culture satires in that one.
Yes.
I think a lot of it holds up very well.
Yes, the movie is very well done.
Isn't that the one that has like the Taco Bell thing in it?
I believe so.
Yeah, it is.
Like the fast food chain war or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually moving 7 and 6. I'm gonna move Dark City up to 7.
I love Dark City.
Yeah, it's so good. I need to rewatch it again. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
But really well done movie. This next one's not been mentioned either, but this is more my thing, I feel. It's also sci-fi horror-ish. It's a shark movie. Deep Blue Sea.
Oh.
I did think about it, but I wouldn't put it on mine.
Yeah, I love that movie.
It's stupid fun.
Personally, for me, I don't qualify as sci-fi, but I digress.
It's a sci-fi theme.
It deals with like curing cancer and stuff with like genetic
Ah.
stuff.
Yeah, so it does have sci-fi elements.
Interesting. I've been wanting to watch
Smart
that now that I
sharks.
love
Yes.
Jaws. So
It's stupid, ridiculous, over the top.
that's what a lot of
fun.
people said.
LL
It's considered
Cool-
a bad,
LL Cool
bad,
J.
awesome shark movie or awesomely bad shark movie.
My head is like sharks, man.
The prayer at the end of the movie. I carry a big stick. I'm the meanest mother in the valley.
A lot of great character actors in that. Thomas Jane, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
The Stellan Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And LL Cool J is a good actor. I mean, he was in one of the
I wouldn't
NCIS
call him
shows,
a good actor, but maybe a fun one for sure.
What's that? I'm trying to remember that line towards the beginning of the movie. There he is, one of the most brilliant people to ever live. He's peeing into the wind. How brilliant can he be?
Yeah,
Wow.
that was a Sam Jackson line.
Oh, yeah, and that was about Stellan Skarsgård, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Stellan Skarsgård. Yep.
Yeah. Crap, where was I? Number 5? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Contact.
A lot of people like this movie. I'm not a fan of it. Like,
I'm surprised because I feel like that's more up your
I
alley.
watch like it for me. It's a little too. Maybe it's a thing with like Carl Sagan's writing because based on a Carl Sagan book or novel. For me, it's just a little too preachy, and I just don't really like the characters that much.
Okay. Because I do feel a little more elevated.
There's
sci-fi.
a lot of good. Zemeckis did a lot of great things in like the directing of this. Like, there's a ton of great camera work, and the sequence at the end, I think, does hold up pretty well with going through that wormhole.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just like if you don't really care about the characters that much, for me, I just can't really get into like the rest of the movie, and it just feels like it's just a little too preachy for my taste.
Okay.
But yeah, that's me.
Number 4, Totally.
Yep.
You knew that was gonna be on my list.
Oh yeah, totally.
Totally.
God. Okay.
There it is.
Didn't even purposefully do that.
One of my favorite Arnold movies.
The X-ray machine is a really cool effect in this. By the way.
Number 3, Godzilla '98.
Are you serious? Really?
I couldn't give a straight face. Dang it!
You really need to work on your poker face, dude.
You seem to like Roland Emmerich more than I do.
No, that was a joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Jurassic Park. That's why I figured that's where I'd put it.
Because
I am getting
Godzilla
tonight.
movie, Godzilla '98 completely
Who said I
rips
was
off
trolling?
Jurassic Park. It's shameless how
It's
much
horrendous.
it's like that entire part with the baby. Like,
Yes.
I'm a massive I'm a massive Godzilla fan, by the way, if you didn't know. And Godzilla '98 is like a sin to say that name, like, for Godzilla fans. That movie is just straight up a Jurassic Park ripoff.
And poor Matthew Broderick really trying his
God.
best.
That's
movie.
a lot of fish. That movie sucks.
Okay, your real number 3 before the
I
Jurassic
just
Park.
said Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's why I put it there. That's why I trolled there, because Jurassic Park and Godzilla.
Okay.
They're so similar.
My brain's been messed up ever since I looked at Dylan's message.
Number 2 is T2. As we went over last week, Predator on the list. I believe his top 3 movies are T2, Predator, and Total Recall. Those are, like, I think Arnold's best roles.
Yeah. I would agree.
T2 is amazing.
Still holds up.
It still holds up. Won multiple Oscars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really will go down as one of the
Robert
greatest.
Patrick is one of the greatest villains of all time.
It's all
like completely plays it. You buy him more as a human, and that's what makes him so much more intimidating than Arnold in the first one, is because you buy him more in everyday society, and that's why you're more scared of him, because he can blend in so much more. And yeah, like, of course, in the physical threat of, like, you almost, aside from using what they do at the end of the movie, there's almost no way to kill him.
Right. I will make a bold prediction.
What?
Like Metropolis years before, in that time frame, like 80, 90 years from now, T2 will be remembered as one of the greatest sci-fi movies of the end of the last century.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
really.
no, 100%.
No doubt.
Probably one of the best movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Altogether. And like you said about different ages, being older, you like The Matrix. The Matrix is my number one, as I'm 5 years older than you.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah. Matrix really changed the way films were made,
Yep.
for better or worse.
Changed the way effects were used in movies. Yep. I mean, Keanu was already pretty much a star, before Matrix. Of course, he had Speed, Point Break, and Bill and Ted, all that stuff. Matrix, I think, was what really catapulted him to, like, nearly A-list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, all the influences the Matrix had, kind of like Star Wars had a bunch of influences from TV, like the film serials and all that stuff with Flash Gordon. Matrix had a lot of influence from anime, from Hong Kong action films, like that John Woo made, like Hard Boiled and stuff like that, with all the slow-mo ideas. Like the alternate reality thing had been, used in a bunch of, like I said, animes, but also movies like Dark City, which came out the year before. But Matrix was what, like Star Wars did, combined all those ideas together into a package that everyone could enjoy. And also, it's weird because I feel like everyone's seen the Matrix, aside from you, apparently. But,
I'm sorry, guys.
like, why is this movie rated R? Like, the original movie.
I keep seeing trailers that look PG-13 to me.
Like, this movie
I
could
thought, like,
It's the Marilyn Manson song in the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's like 6 or 8 F-bombs in that.
Yeah.
It's weird because this movie could completely pass off as a PG-13.
Yeah, it's just the Marilyn Manson song.
That's weird because that's weird to me.
Rated R for
'Cause
Marilyn
I know
Manson's lyrics.
Reloaded has the big orgy scene.
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
The, what do you call it? Where they do that at in the real world. But,
Yeah, with the rest of the freedom
Zion.
fighters.
Yeah, Zion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand why that's rated R, but
Yeah, it was just the Marilyn Manson song.
I've never understood why the original Matrix was R rated. But
Yeah.
because I don't remember them using like a bunch of language.
Yeah, it was just that song in the credits.
I don't know if that was just a thing that was like, we have to have all the language in this end song or something like that. Maybe that was a Wachowski choice, but
Because
That could've
there's
been.
not really much language in the whole series.
no, not really.
It's very much, and the violence isn't that much either.
No.
Oh, thanks for the heads up on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, people,
but-
sorry, go ahead.
I'm not done. I feel like
Didn't mean to interrupt you, sorry.
with the bullet time effects and the slow mo, Zack Snyder probably saw this movie and fell down and worshipped when he first saw it.
That would
He
not
was like, I want
surprise
to make
me.
every movie like this one scene.
Yep. Every shot of Rebel Moon has to be like this.
Yeah.
Even shots where they're just
Husking corn.
Yeah.
Whatever.
husking wheat or some bullshit like
They
that.
tried so hard to make that look cool, and
And it's
honestly, I
not.
have to like
You're
commend
just
them on the
farming
effort.
corn and wheat.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
It's hard to make that look cool, man. I don't think they worked, but
Honestly, Zack would, as much as I enjoy a lot of his films, he'd be better as a music video director.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
well,
when it
no,
comes to like
yeah.
actually
Yeah.
his narrative storytelling. That's where he falters.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and also, it's not like he writes his. Did he write the Rebel Moon movies? Like
Yes, I
Pretty
believe
sure,
so.
Yeah.
I'm a lot more
It
forgiving.
shows.
I'm a lot more
I
forgiving
think
to the Rebel
if
movies.
you give him a good writer, he can do something really great.
Man of Steel was David Goyer and Jonathan Nolan, I believe.
And who wrote 300? Let me look that up.
I don't
real
remember.
quick.
I really enjoy 300 though.
Snyder actually was one of the writers on the screenplay.
Tonight we dine in hell.
That had like 3.
I remember that
screenwriters.
being Spartans.
I think I'm all for creative voice and creative, control over projects and stuff. But there's such a thing as someone having too much, and that's what Zack Snyder, I feel like, needs to step away from, is having complete 100% control.
Yeah.
Someone has to say no to him at some point.
Well, he said Netflix tried to tell him no, not to release the PG-13 cuts, but Netflix will not listen. Now, won't you?
But it didn't make the story better, is what I'm saying.
It didn't.
And the director's cut, maybe for me, but
If he had another writer yielding him in, that would have helped.
It would have.
But no.
But what I was going to say, folks, yes, Dyllan was serious. Resurrection is number 1 on his list of the
so you're not gonna,
sci-fi horror movies of the 90s. This is by far the worst number 1 of all time.
No, the worst number 1 I've heard on this podcast that I've heard.
You still need to defend yourself. Why you are defending this movie?
Your Star Trek
Seriously.
Into Darkness being number 1 was not nearly
Yeah, you should.
contentious.
I freaking hate this movie. It
I hate
sucks
it too.
so hard.
All 3 of us hate it.
He's just doing it to troll. Are you going to tell us your real number 1 now? Now that I'm done.
I didn't put one down. I just, I legit, because I knew we were going to have a repeat of the fucking jokes from last week. So I was like, how do I do this better?
I was really worried you were going to have Godzilla.
I was going to do Godzilla instead of Secret of the Ooze. But then I was like, whatever. I'll choose something that's closer to what the actual one is. I will say, I do fucking hate Alien Resurrection. There's things in it that I like.
God, good.
There are things in it that I do like. I wasn't on the Alien episode. I haven't been able to say anything about
I was
Alien
disappointed
movies.
that you weren't part of it.
I just couldn't make it work.
Yeah.
No,
Aliens was number 1 on my list. He had Alien at number 1. Matthew had Alien at number 1.
Predator was my number 1, just because I prefer Predator over Alien.
And I respect that. Predator is great. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think Aliens was my 3rd or my 4th. But I fucking loved Aliens. Aliens was kick-ass.
Cool.
It's my favorite Alien movie. No, Alien Resurrection has some good ideas.
It does. I mean, until Joss Whedon was attached, and even he has gone on to say how much the studio
You know what?
fucked him
I
over.
think the movie would have worked, and that's really a stretch. I think the movie would have worked without Sigourney Weaver. It would have worked without her.
It's my least favorite acting from Sigourney.
But
it is, absolutely.
But I've heard, after reading a lot of behind the scenes, 20th Century Fox on both Alien 3 and Resurrection screwed these movies, both these movies up.
They did.
Because obviously what happened with Fincher and Alien 3, but also Alien Resurrection, the director of this, I'm not going to pronounce his name because I'm going to fail terribly, but the director of
his directing was so bad.
No, he's a great director because he directed Amelie.
Yeah, but this one he had nothing to do.
And he directed another science fiction film that I haven't seen but I want to watch, is called City of a Thousand Planets, which has Ron Perlman in it.
Oh, that sounds good.
I've heard a lot of great things about it. He wanted to make I think it's a French director.
Yeah.
And he, I think, wanted to do a very campy B-movie alien movie, and it was actually Joss Whedon who wanted to do a very serious alien movie. And the two of them clashed together, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And this is what we got with that.
Yep.
And
a melting pot.
Yeah, it's a melting pot of bad ideas. Well, good ideas that don't go well together at all.
Yeah.
And then the studio had to put a bunch of of bad ideas into it, like bringing Ripley back as a clone, and a bunch of other shit in there.
Yeah. Did you also know that one of the people that also worked with this movie came on to direct Catwoman 7 years later?
Pitoff.
Yeah. He was involved in the production, and my question to that was why.
But I hate how this movie looks, by the way. I hate the cinematography of Alien.
Yeah.
It looks ugly, and I don't like how I just don't like how it looks. I hate that glossy, shiny, it looks like piss. Both Alien 3. No, I'm serious. Like
it
that
does.
ugly
does,
brown yellow tint to it. It just doesn't look good. Alien 3 also looks like piss too. But at least Alien 3 looked slightly better.
Yeah. The only scenes I like in Resurrection visually are the water scenes.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Water scenes were pretty kick-ass.
Do you actually have a real number one, or is that...
my real number one was Iron Giant. Yeah.
Okay.
So I couldn't decide what I was going to do on my list. So, honestly, I had it at number 2, I think.
Yeah.
I think I had it at number 2. And then, Garrett, as soon as you made the comment of, I swear, if Alien Resurrection is on your list, it immediately hit number 1. I was like, I cannot wait to see what I can fucking do with this. So the entire time I was waiting, trying to figure it out.
You flabbergasted us more than you've ever done.
Good. That's the reason why I didn't want to offer an explanation.
Dylan and I fooled you twice, Garrett. Dylan and I fooled you twice on Alien Resurrection.
You gave immediately. Don't even. What I did was a masterpiece. I performed art.
I can't keep a straight face either.
I'm not gonna say that I kept a fucking straight face because I didn't have a straight face.
No, you lost it.
Well, because I was trying to
face with Resurrection. So.
I wasn't sure what the fuck I was gonna do because you guys were like, well, Phantom Menace, right? And that's what I expected to come out of your mouth, but I didn't plan for it. I just expected you guys to go, so Phantom Menace number 1, right? Instead of being like, we all know what your number 1 is.
Yeah.
I just expected you to say it.
Yeah.
So you gotta stop me for a second there. So I gotta give that to you.
Because you're such a star whore.
It's true.
Yes!
It's true. I am definitely I'm definitely a member of the pack of Star Wars.
Even though you've gone on about how much you're not that big of a fan of it, I still feel like you would have
expected it. Yeah.
You did realize that. Sorry. You
go ahead.
You did realize that's your name in the group chat, right?
Oh, is it?
Yes.
No, I didn't know that. I haven't looked at my nickname in a long time. I thought that it was still...
You can't see your nickname, can you?
I don't think I can.
I can't see mine.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
what
think
mine
you can only
is.
see the other people's.
I don't know.
What is mine? You can just tell
I
me.
don't know.
Sylvester the cat.
Yeah,
Am I Sylvester?
Yours is still Sylvester. I think Matthew's is still Tasmanian. Is that right?
You're Tasmanian.
I forget what John is.
You're Daffy, I think.
Okay.
Daffy Duck.
Oh, is he still Daffy?
Polish sly
I'm
guy.
totally fine with that because I'm despicable.
No. John is Johnny Whack.
What is that, by the way?
Huh? What
John is Johnny Wachter.
I have no idea what that's about.
I can't even
I don't remember. It was something I'd seen in the movie.
I can't even remember what it was.
It sounds super familiar. I'm getting get to the reactor vibes.
I don't know. It was something I'd seen in the movie, and I decided to change it to John and mess with him.
Okay.
And I was just like, I don't even care. I'm still in the group chat.
Going with the thing we used to joke about.
Oh, okay.
The Wachter part.
Yeah, no, I get you. Oh, I still miss when he was burnt mini puffed.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Honestly, here's what I hope it happens, and I kind of pray this happen. I want at least one person in the comments section to tell me that you loved Alien Resurrection, because if you do, one of us will buy a copy of Alien Resurrection on Blu-ray and we'll give it to you.
I'll do it. I promise.
My dad has a Blu-ray of this that he is yet to open.
Well. What do you know? But
it's still in
I would
the
actually
shrink
one
wrap.
person in the comment section. It actually loved this movie.
Yeah, and if you do that, please tell us why.
Yes, please.
I'm genuinely interested because I want to see what good other people see in this fucking movie.
Yeah,
I couldn't see it.
Dude, go on Twitter. You will see people falling in head over heels about different scenes of this movie.
I've seen it about the water scene, which I understood.
Sure, But one good scene does not make a
No.
whole good movie.
Not in my opinion, no.
And people genuinely point to what I've seen people point to the basketball scene. Like, sure,
Wow,
cool behind
that
the
was
scenes. Does it make the movie any better? Does it actually, the fact that she makes the basket?
Not on amigos.
No.
No. Like, and it doesn't. So xenomorphs are instinctually good at basketball. That's what the scene. That's what the scene is telling me.
I'm good at basketball too, but still, no.
Whatever.
One of the engineers was actually Michael Jordan. Didn't you know that?
That's why they're so tall.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait. Seriously?
And that's
That makes
why.
sense.
That's why Romulus they hired that basketball player.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's all a conspiracy.
Whoa.
Everybody get your tinfoil hats. It's time.
Alien Resurrection is the best.
We thank you
Anyone
guys.
who says that, like, genuinely, I don't want to know you.
Yes,
I'm both afraid of and interested.
We thank you guys for watching this crazy episode.
This is what.
Yeah.
This is what. Or
Yeah.
The chat kind of devolved into just a bunch of random shit.
And if any of you
As
guys,
we always-
if you
as
guys
we
are a
tend
big
to
fan
do.
of Dyllan, give it a thumbs up.
Yeah. We
I must say, you genuinely got me.
Yes. Yes.
Genuinely.
He got me too.
Son of a bitch.
He
Let's
got
me
fucking
too.
go.
He got me too, Garrett. So hey, you and I are on the same
You
page. Give me a
scared
fist
me.
bump.
You scared
You're
me
leaving
more
me
than
hanging. There we
you
go.
scared me more than Long Legs did this year.
Let's fucking go.
Next week, we're moving on to the 2000 sci-fi, and hopefully things will get more wacky. We'll probably have more jokes to come.
more shenanigans to come.
Yeah. And want to let you know, guys, I am wearing the Batman shirt because the Penguin comes out very soon on HBO Max.
What
so
days
we'll be,
is that?
Thursday.
Yeah, that's
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yes, September
Agatha
19th.
all along is Wednesday.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
we'll be
Fuck.
reviewing
I forgot that
the
was
whole
coming out so
show
soon.
when
Yeah,
all
I
the
know.
episodes are uploaded.
Yeah.
So we
we'll
can't
be
wait to talk about it.
we'll be dropping Penguin like the 11th of November, something like that. Because I think episodes end. They're going to Sundays after the first week.
How many episodes are there?
I think
gonna
there's
be?
8. Hey, you and I said say
But yeah, it ends November 10th. So we'll have it the next weekend.
These episodes better be longer than an hour, goddammit, or longer than 45 minutes.
They're all longer than an hour, or all longer than 45 minutes. Sorry, I
Okay.
think the shortest one is like 52.
Don't pull this Disney Plus shit.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah.
I'm saying.
Shortest one's like 52. The longest one's like an hour 11.
Okay.
So
but
like
yeah,
Netflix
but yeah,
level.
we got some
HBO.
yeah.
That's the HBO standard.
Well, we got some big content for you very soon.
Oh.
Like I said, our Transformers 1 review, the Wild Robot, all of our sci-fi rankings we'll be doing. We're going to try to do a review rewind of Lightyear. We're going to try to do that.
Yes.
At least we hope we will.
Children of Men also.
Yep. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, we
anybody else you guys want to say
We
before
all,
we
we
close
all
up?
know that's going to be on next week's list.
Yep.
Yeah. Anybody else you guys want to say before we close off?
Yeah, we got our. We're gonna do the Batman 2004 look back on November 3rd for my birthday, because my birthday's the 2nd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
We got Joker coming up.
Yep.
Let's go.
We
Can't wait.
have Smile 2, which I'm probably going to be talking about.
Yeah, Venom 3.
Yep, Venom 3.
Venom: The Last Dance, which has a potential to be a really good movie.
Which I had a feeling that they were going to bring this. I didn't. But how big a role do you think Null is going to have in this?
I've heard that it's just him sending his shit after Venom. That's all I've
Because
heard.
we all know Venom is not going to fight Null.
No,
I feel like it's gonna be Thanos in Guardians 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently Noel's supposed to come back around for Spider-Man 4 or something. I don't fucking
There's
know.
a lot of speculation. What kind of surprises or rumors we're going to be getting? So
Yeah,
I'm looking
it's-
forward to what it's going to be. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll,
trying to
we'll
think
get
of what-
more details at some point.
This movie, because I'm not the biggest fan of any of these Sony movies. I don't like the first Venom. The only one I have any kind of real like, I think it's okay. I thought Venom: Let There Be Carnage was better than the first film. I don't think it's a great movie, but I feel like it was more confident in what it was. I feel like Venom: The Last Dance, it looks so stupid. Like they're going full
But it's going to be fun.
stupid. But at this point, I'll accept anything. And Craven, the latest trailer actually did give me a more
Yeah.
hype
It
for
did too.
Kraven.
I was very
Like,
surprised by it. I was like, that looks real good. And I saw
this can
Rhino.
actually be really damn fun. Like,
Yeah.
And I saw
it just
Rhino.
looks
And I was
fun.
like, whoa, Rhino's in it. Cool.
I do not like what they're doing with Rhino. That's all I'm gonna say.
I prefer
come
man in a suit.
on. I like that
I
design.
prefer man in a suit.
Yeah, that's
I wonder how the new Hellboy
at least
gonna
not how Amazing Spider-Man 2 did it.
Yeah.
Not that kind of suit, but
No.
I actually plan on rewatching all the Spider-Man movies before Venom movie, which I'm kind of excited to do that.
be.
but yeah.
I'm really curious about Hellboy.
Oh, I've heard. I have no interest in that. It looks
Me neither.
cheap. Looks like fucking cheap direct-to-DVD bullshit.
They said they're
Um,
going for an indie horror vibe.
Fine, whatever. But
Yeah. But
Whatever.
please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Please keep it respectful in the comment section. Please follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Threads, Instagram, on YouTube. Go check us out. We have all the audio and video.
And the
content.
audio is also on Spotify and Apple.
Yep, absolutely.
yep.
So
Yeah.
that's all I got.
We got stuff coming up. A lot of it. We're gonna try to go back to recording at least 2 episodes a week. Not main episodes, but like 2 videos a week.
Mhm.
There was something else I forgot.
Old age happens to everybody.
Shut up. So we're thinking about a Patreon eventually, but right now I don't think we're ready for it.
No.
But
Nope.
if you guys want to see behind the scenes photos and videos, we might. If there's enough interest, we'll start posting them.
Yeah.
We'll start taking behind the scenes stuff.
Absolutely.
But
And remember, if there's one commenter device resurrection, please let us know.
yeah,
Please.
uh,
Let
yeah.
us know somehow.
We'll see you next week for 2000 sci-fi,
Yeah. We'll see you next week for 2000 Sci-Fi.
and the following week we'll end it with 2010s and the beginning of 2020s.
I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna be like, and then we'll end it with 2020s. Just completely skip the 10s.
We're not even halfway through the decade.
Not yet.
2010s is probably my favorite decade for sci-fi.
Absolutely.
It's a really good decade.
It-
of sci-fi.
it
A
was
lot
bi-
of elevated
It's
sci-fi.
gonna be tough for me to how to rank all of these. It's gonna be like, man, there's so many good movies. Dang
Yeah.
it, what am I gonna do?
It gets real difficult next week. Like I thought last week was difficult.
I thought this week was difficult.
Yeah, I was looking just through my letterbox of stuff I've seen,
Uh,
and like I was scrolling in reverse because like if you look at your films, it goes from the current to down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just looking at a list of sci-fi movies just on Google, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm having
There
trouble
was like
already.
9 of them just in 2009.
Yeah.
But
That's a lot.
that's all we have for this week. We hope you guys enjoyed our shenanigans, our humor, and the general chaos that are our episodes.
And it's
we
all
love
thanks to
being
Dyllan.
characters, man.
All thanks to Dyllan.
We are not a serious podcast. We try to be professional, but we're comedians.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. Good night.
God bless
Adios.
everybody.
We have been the Cinema Asylum Podcast. You guys were awesome. Thanks for coming out. Good night.